Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden soul, my beautiful by default. How are you tonight, my beautiful friends? And how was your day? Did you enjoy your day, my beautiful friends? And did you have a nice time? Of course, my beautiful friends, you need to know that you're the one that need to decide what you're gonna do with your day, with your time. You're the one that's gonna decide what you're gonna have, whether you're gonna be happy, joyful, peaceful, blissful, or whether you're gonna let those Souless Amma interfere into your lives, and of course, in any way interfere in a negative way. I'm not letting them to do so, even though that they're trying all the time. But you know that trying means falling down. All the soul is some are falling down into the darkness, into the hell forever and ever. So my beautiful friends, I always used to say, shine all the way through. The best you can do, for the best thing is that you can do for yourself is open up your heart and soul and be who you are, mind and ask unconditional light that shine all the way through. Smile, my beautiful friends, from your heart and soul. Smile, and of course, be who you are. Those Souless Amma were trying to take my smile. Always used to say, no one can take my smile off my face. But it was the time sometimes when I didn't really feel smiling. Sophie one time said to me, smile, Sophie, and I said, it's not for smiling, it's not to smile, because the Souless Amma were attacking me energetically were doing the dirty work projections, and of course they were disturbing disturbing me actually, you know, that they're doing the energetically projecting the visions and everything. So, and I said, it's not for smile. But my beautiful friends, of course, they were trying to take my smile off my face. But of course, what they got with that, they got all the karma's pain from all those smiles that they ever took from anyone on anything. And that's the energy, my beautiful friends. So whatever they did to me to try to get my smile off my face, or to anyone on anything, everything that they projected or distill the energy in any way, we're returning the karma's pain and suffering to those Souless Amma in every form wherever they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body soul. And of course, my beautiful friends, tonight, now, I'm going to do the activation so that I can put a smile on your face, on all of you, my beautiful friends, so that you can shine all the way through. And of course, returning our energy back to us. So the smile, energy of the smile, my beautiful friends, I'm not sure, have you ever felt, I know some of my light work and some of my golden souls, golden body falls that's working and with me and following me on my language. I know that they have felt a smile from the heart and soul, because their life has changed forever. So thank you to all of you that are with me even now on English, my beautiful friends. So now we're gonna flush come Souless Amma. We're gonna do flush come Souless Amma, and we're gonna destroy those Souless Amma that were interfering into our lives, that were taking our smile from our face. So what does it mean, my beautiful friends? Those Souless Amma, I've told you, smile is a natural emotion, or natural loving emotion. So when you smile from your heart and soul, you feel from within and without, of course, with the happiness and joy. And that's the energy that you cannot explain. You need to feel it in order to know really what does it mean to be filled with mind and heart, unconditional light. What does it mean, natural smile? So those Souless Amma were programming people to smile fake, to give a fake smile, to smile and just like the fake, really fake smile without emotions, with anything. That's I'm calling it the freezing smile. Usually, you know, those all those Souless Amma that are in that fashion industry. So those Souless Amma were teaching them how to smile, which means in unnatural way, that how to smile really fake smile, how to give a fake smile. So I never it so I never accepted that, my beautiful friends, and I never will, and you don't accept that either. When I was working at the museum, so one of my managers, they knew me all the time that I was always smiling, always happy, always fulfilled. They couldn't explain that. They couldn't believe. And then, of course, because they've never seen somebody such happy and full of energy and alive, though they were tired and drained. And of course, I always used to say, how can you be like that? People don't know whether it's going to snow or rain from your face. But I don't blame them. I blame those Souless Amma that were interfering into their lives. Those Souless Amma were interfering to their lives, and of course, in projecting negative energy and negative emotions so that they couldn't feel that natural energy. They were not in touch with themselves, within their soul, and the way I was. So they couldn't really feel that loving energy and smile. So that's why they were drained by those Souless Amma, the energy of the Souless Amma. Well, I was flying all the way through. I was saying, I can fly all day. I can run all day, all night, because I was full of energy. But the more energy you're giving to others, the more energy you are receiving, my beautiful friends. So I'm going to talk about that. It's very, very important that you understand. The smile, you know that actually I'm gonna say this one just to explain you what's going on. So negative emotions, every negative emotions that you ever felt, it's emotions and emotions of those Souless Amma. So we have the happiness and joy, peace, bliss, to have the opposite. Those Souless Amma opposite or from us, which means they have all the negative emotions. So my beautiful friends, when you ever felt any kind of loneliness or any kind of sadness or any kind of any cry or anything, you need to know that it wasn't you. That's not who you are. Those Souless Amma were projecting the energy, putting the energy into the body, interfering into your lives, and then of course misusing your emotions, and then to create the energy. So we are now, in the name of mine and unconditional light, the way I'm talking, I'm gonna touch on the subject, and of course return the karmas, pain and suffering to those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default, and of course return to us our energy that those Souless Amma were stealing from us. So everything is by default with the spirit of thought. In the name of mine and our spirit conditional light, I'm loud and clear. Thank you so for my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, I'm always happy and joyful, peaceful, blissful. It was a time really sometimes when those Souless Amma were attacking me energetically, and were projecting so much darkness and negativity towards me that sometimes I felt the energy, but I couldn't let it, I couldn't destroy it, because I didn't I was waiting for my soul, for Sophie. I was placing the laws and rules regulations since I got into my power back. But I was waiting for Sophie to act upon that, because I placed set up many laws, rules, regulations. So anytime when those Souless Amma interfering to my physical form, into my life, I'm expecting my soul to act upon it and to destroy those Souless Amma in order to I don't think that I need to remind them how many times than to remind them all the time that you need to act on. So I'm just gonna now say, yesterday was those Souless Amma were chatting all the time, interfering, projecting with the projections, trying to steal the energy from my body, from me. And then all the time, interfering with ours, all the time, setting up the goals and everything. And then, of course, multiplying the karmas, pain and suffering, and destroying those Souless Amma, and still they were doing. Well, at some point of time, I just stood in front of the mirror and I said, Sophie, do I need to remind you all the time that you need to act upon all of those Souless Amma projections and to stop them once and forever? Do I need to remind you all the time? So why I set up all those laws, rules, and regulations by default? So at that time, of course, Sophie acted. Sophie's acting, but I'm expecting to act without him and me telling what to do, because They know what those Souless Amma are doing. So there is those Souless Amma were trying to play the dark, dirty games, project the energy, and then trying to steal my energy, and then trying to, expecting me all the time, to remind them all the time, which means they got the dementia, they got the Souless Amma, they got the dementia, they were falling down into the sleep, and those Souless Amma completely we completely wiping them out the memory. So which means now it's time to return them all the karmas behind anything and everything that touch upon any subject, and that will touch upon every subject, any behind any words that I say tonight, that I've said before, that I will say. In the name of mine and I'll speak Krishna of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, I'm expecting Sophie, which is everything is mine and I'll speak Additional light, to act upon all of those Souless Amma, any kind of interference into mine and now all of us that the mine and I'll speak Additional light. First, that we are priority into our love light and us, our family, friends, and our soulmates. We are the priority, and then into everyone else that is mine and us, love light. Anytime that those souls are trying to interfere into our lives in a negative way, in any way, I'm demanding, it's commanding and demanding to Sophie, with the spirit of thought by default, everything that's mine and us, love light, to act upon all of the darkness and negative. I immediately to act, take the action, destroy those souls, some of the spirit of thought by default. Because those souls is not the dark dirty games, and the dark dirty games are over. Those dark dirty psychopathic players need to go straight into the hell, and then onto the desert planet, and then play the dark dirty games forever and ever, for eternity, and be destroyed and removed forever and ever from entire planet, from entire universe. And of course, we are returning all the karmas, pain, and suffering that they were created to project those each and everyone and everything through the dark, dirty games. Yeah, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for I love you. So, my beautiful friends, of course, I sat down, and then, of course, it was the action. Sophie took the action and destroyed those Souless Amma. Last night as well, those Souless Amma were trying to interfere as well into my life. Actually, they always do, because we are taking, I've told you last night, I spoke about that. I talk about that. So as you can see, the Souless Amma trying to interfere into my language, and then try to manipulate with my words, and then trying to make me make mistake. But I don't care what they're trying to do. I know that we are destroying those Souless Amma. So the most important is that you understand what I'm saying, and that you open up your heart and soul, and to accept mine and ask your conditional love light, and that I'm sending to you through my voice. And from as soon as you see my myself on the camera, and the energy is flowing free, the ocean of mine and ask your conditional love light is flowing into you. Some blessing to all of you, my beautiful friends, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So they were trying last night to interfere into my life. Like last night we touch upon many subjects, and then of course behind all of those subjects that we touch upon, the underground and everything, the south and North Pole, and then of course the Area 51, and then Sahara, Desert Sahara, and those, or everything that I touch, those main things that I touch upon, all the subjects, we are now taking, we were taking all night and all day, the energy behind that those Souless Amma were stealing from us. So now, so that's what I'm doing now. Any subject that I touch upon, we are I'm going to take the energy behind that, and of course, return the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless Amma, wherever time, whatever form they are. So I'm gonna go back to the smile. So my beautiful friends, wherever I was always, since I know for myself, and even when I was in a primary school, I would work all day. I would be working all day, and I'll go to school, and I was singing all the time. I was singing as loud as I could, and I was enjoying every step of the way. And then of course I was the best at school. In the primary and the high school, I was genius. I was the best one, and I didn't need to study. I knew everything. I just remember everything. After the lesson, at the end of the lesson, I could repeat everything. So I was just, but of course, I was paying attention to the teachers. Then, my beautiful friends, I was happy, joyful, peaceful, and all the time. But there was a time sometimes that those Souless Amma were projecting so much negativity and darkness because of the jealousy. Because when you are shining all the way through, those Souless Amma and those that are even from mine and aspect of light, they have physical forms that the Souless Amma have interfered into their lives. So they were feeling threatened, they were feeling scared. So they couldn't really stand my energy, so they would run away, or they will try to attack. They'll try to attack me, or in any way they would try, or they would run away and gossip around. Why? Because those Souless Amma, they cannot take it. They see my energies. That's the most powerful energy that ever existed. So of course, man and unconditional light and happiness and joy is the most powerful energy that ever existed. It's can override any other emotions. Of course, any kind of other negative energy. So my beautiful friends, people were asking me, what's the secret? Why you're always happy? How could you be always happy? And I was always saying, be who you are, shine all the way through, be natural. That's the natural. Mother Nature is the same, Mother Nature, which means I want to say it's a natural way. But of course, I've chosen to shine all the way through. Of course, the way you can choose. Now, actually, earlier, many people didn't know that they can, that they have a choice. But now, all of you know that you have the choice, that you can decide to shine all the way through, and of course, let go of all those Souless Amma, and then not just let them go, but to destroy them forever and ever. In the name of mine and our spirit, shalom light to the spirit of thought by default. So, my beautiful friends, that's mean don't let them go, but they destroy them. Don't accept any kind of darkness and negativity. When I was shining, when I was with the people, I was happy and joyful, and the more energy you give, the more energy you are receiving. Of course, I was talking to people, and I knew, even though that I didn't understand their language, I knew what they were saying. I knew it just because I was connected to my heart and soul, the way I'm right now and always will be. And of course, with internal knowledge, we know all the languages. That's the intuition. So I knew what they were saying, understood everything, even though that I didn't understand their language. Some of those people that were coming from different countries. So that's my beautiful friends. When you are connected with yourself, in your heart and soul, you know everything. And of course, the smile is there. So I was just giggling, like a child. And then when I was walking, and I was going out into the, anywhere to go to do something, or wherever, when I was walking, I would just run and jump like a little baby. And I was just happy and joyful. No matter where I was, I didn't care, because the more you express your happiness and joy, the more you're going to spread that love of light. And of course, you're going to help others. So my smile has saved many lives. And of course, your smile can save many lives. So my beautiful friends, just smile naturally. I started talking about the manager that I had in the museum when I used to work. So she was saying to me, they were creating the problems. And of course, when they were creating problems, I didn't want to smile to them because I ignored them, because I didn't want to get into the conflict or argue with them, or we just ignored them. So they knew if I wasn't, smiling when I see them or greet them, they were like, oh, what is it? But I was laughing and smiling with the people. So she came to me and she said, she just called me Sophie, and she just showed me her teeth like that. And I said, wow, don't show me your teeth. Just smile naturally, or don't smile at all. Don't give me such smile, fake smile. And that time she was smiling. She was smiling because I just project the energy of happiness and joy within her, so that she could smile. And some of those people that are jealous, or those people that are really not happy with themselves. So what they're going to do, if they're not happy with themselves, they're trying to interfere into our lives, into all of us, that we are happy. So, but of course, they cannot do that unless you let them do so. I had one friend that she was always asking for something all the time, asking for something to do for her, and always, but she was so stressed, so depressed. And one day she called me, what are you doing? I said, I'm at home, I'm working. She said that she wanted to come over for coffee. I said, that's okay, come. So she came, a beautiful friend, and I was happy and joyful, smiling, and greet her. I said, sit down and let us have a talk. And of course, I'll make a coffee. And she couldn't stay there. She just sat down. A couple of minutes after that, she said, wow, I need to go, I have to go. I just felt that she felt uncomfortable because of my energy, because I was happy and she was depressed, and always helping her. But she wasn't open to receive that. She wasn't opening up her heart and soul to receive the energy. So after a couple of minutes, she just got up and she said she had to go. She forgot, probably she needed something to do something, so she had to go. I thought, okay, I know why. After that, a distance from her, and of course she couldn't come over for coffee anymore, because she didn't feel really she couldn't steal my energy. Usually people, if they're trying to steal your energy, of course they will try to use that, and if they cannot, then they feel threatened. So my beautiful friends, be who you are, open up your heart. Many times I used to go on my mission to destroy the Souless Amma, wherever I go, I would go every day. So when I started working on my on my mission, on the global project, for saving humanity in a beautiful planet, I was going every day on a mission, and I was going every day on a mission to destroy the Souless Amma, every time, whatever form they are. Many times I would looking out all the time, walking on the street, looking into their heaven and then destroying the Souless Amma. And of course, with my mantras all the time. So many times it's happened that I will hit into something else. I just, wow, what was that? And they would say, of course, we saved somebody's life. So instead somebody else to have a problem, of course, I got a little bit bruised, but that's okay, as long as I saved the life of some other people that are mine and ask unconditional love alive. So those always some of them projecting. So I didn't really accept that, but they were projecting, the such things towards me. So they will project me negativity. So I will go through that in order to save their life to others. So wherever I was, people would feel the energy. I would go into the park and meditate, and those people were just passing by, running around, and then some point of time they will come after. They will come and ask me, many of those came and said, I'm watching, I'm looking at you, and then I can feel how calm and peaceful you are. And then I said, of course I am. And then a lot of them will tell me their story about their pain and suffering that they were going through. So I would do the therapy for them, I'll do the healing for them, and then they'll be happy and then go out with a smile. So many people really told me such negative, they experience in life that they were going through those problems. And with my work, with about 10-15 minutes, actually about 10 minutes work, they would go home smiling, everything will change in their life. So that's what you need to do, my beautiful friends. Be open for the communications. So a lot of people are not open. A lot of people are closing themselves within. When you close yourself within, you are trapping inside that dark energy. And so and as well, your love and light cannot shine through you. So my beautiful friends, be open for the communications with everyone. Wherever I go, I freely just, how are you? How are you doing? Is it everything okay? Are you tired? And of course, how is going on? Everything. And of course, I'm always bless them. Thank you, bless you. And I see that the more I do that, the more people accept that, and the people return in the same way. And so sometimes the Souless Amma interfering, trying to manipulate with the energy. But when you are open to the communications, you need to know that a lot of people are not really, they don't have any kind of communication, not even with themselves, not with their families or friends. A lot of people are sad. A lot of people are feeling isolated. Why? Because they don't have, they're not in touch with themselves first. Second, they've closed themselves within, but they are not in touch with themselves. So which means that those Souless Amma will interfere into their lives and then creating the problems and stealing the energy. So where I go, when was the corona? When was the corona? I never wear the mask. When I went there, I was just saying to the people, take off your mask. Take off your mask or you're going to be a slave to the system. Take off your mask. And people would do so. I often would do so. Well, sometimes one man came to me into the bank and said to me, put your mask on. And I said, I'm sorry. And said, you have to put the mask on. And I said, no, I don't. And he went around and then he came back. He said, you need to put your mask on. And I said, no, I'm not. And then he went, and I just said, leave me alone. Don't interfere into my life. And then third time when he came to say, because I was waiting and behind the till, the people were holding, keeping the mask underneath their chin. But then, and of course, I didn't wear the mask. I had the scarf around. I was in fashion. I was in all colors, the scarf around my head, and then around my neck. And of course, when they would say, put the mask on, I said, I see, I have it. And the way they have it underneath, so I had a scarf. So my beautiful friends, third time when he came, and he said to me, you need to put the mask on. And I said, go away, run away. Who are you to tell me that I need to put the mask on? Go away. The man just turned around and went. He didn't come again to ask for the mask. So that's what I was doing wherever I went, in any institutions, anywhere. Wherever I went, I would just say, take your mask off. So people were doing. A lot of people were fainting down because of those masks. And usually during the summertime, the people would... people were sweating, and then of course those masks are not, my beautiful friends, not sterilized, not healthy, not clean, but still people didn't know. So a lot of people used to keep them molded on their mouth, and of course so a lot of people were fainting down and falling down really, and then of course feeling low in energy, and of course the immunity was of course lowering. And that's, my beautiful friends, what you need to first realize, that no one has a right to tell you what you're going to do. You are the one that need to decide what you're going to do. In many places, I would get into those supermarkets and anywhere, the shops, big shops, they would say from the till shop, you need to put the mask on. I said, really? I'm not wearing the mask. I said, you have to. I said, I don't. And then they would run to the manager. And then after that, they will come back looking down at the ground. Of course, they knew that that wasn't, it was against the law. That wasn't really against the human. Actually, they were breaking the human rights. So I didn't accept that at all. I often would I would say to people when they would wanted to come at the till to buy the mask and then go to the shop around, and I said, why are you buying the mask? Throw them away. You don't need them. It was the voting, election for the election in my country, and I went to vote, and then of course all of them were with the mask, and then I said, and when I got in, I asked for the information where I needed to go. And they said to me, you have to put the mask on. I said, no, I don't. I'm allergic on the mask and not wearing the mask. They were just looking at me like, no. I said, there is no way that you're going to put the mask on my face. So my beautiful friends, you need to know your rights. And you need to know what you want. So don't let anyone to tell you what to do. You are the one that need to decide what you're going to do, what are you going to accept, what are you going to reject. I've told you, those Souless Amma, everything was really unlawful. So there is no way that they can say that they didn't have anywhere, of course, written that the mask was protecting people. And of course, for all those everything that they were giving to those vaccines and everything, they didn't have any guarantee for that. So the doctors were not guaranteed that they are helping and supporting people, and that they are protecting them from the so-called and the corona. But they're giving them. It was one judge only in Bosnia that raised his voice and told them, and he won the case, told them that was unlawful what they were doing, and that he didn't accept to terrorize the people, of course, to do the way they wanted to do. So, my beautiful friends, we all need to stand up for our rights. Can you imagine, my beautiful friends? So I'm touching on the different subjects. So I'm just going to explain to you, come back to that smile, natural smile, which means you need to know what you want from your life. You need to know where you want to go, which means in the future, what you want to do, where you're going to be, who you want to be. And of course, you need to know your rights. So those Souless Amma, we're breaking the human rights. Everything was unlawful. At the beginning, the Souless Amma, they couldn't spread the corona lies. So they were paying to people to lie that they had a virus. They're paying them 100, 200, 300 euros in order to just put them on the paper, on the number, just to build up the numbers, to spread the lies and manipulations of fear among the people. And then later on, to use the doctors, to use the misuse, you misuse the doctors, misuse the religion. Some of those from the religion appear on the TV to tell to the people that they need to wear the mask. How come, if they're really working for the people, how come that they were going against the people? And then, of course, they misused media. If they didn't misuse it, didn't use the media or the social media on the net to spread the lies and manipulations, they will never ever be able to create any kind of pandemic lies. That was planned. There wasn't pandemic, it was plandemic. which means they planned it in advance. That was a lie, completely lie. But a lot of those people that were spreading the lies and manipulations got so much money. That was the biggest business. Of course, the wars are the biggest business for those Souless Amma. So they were profiting on the pain and suffering of humanity. And now is the time, in the name of mine and our spiritual love and light, to return them all the pain and suffering and karmas to all those Souless Amma that they ever projected towards each and everyone and everything. In the name of mine and our spiritual love and light, without mercy, with the spirit of thought, we activate all the pain and suffering, all the karmas, all the ultimatum all in one. Soup, the therapy, the soup, pain, eternal pain and suffering, and eternal hell to all those Souless Amma, whatever form they are, wherever they are, to all those soulless so-called gods, saints, creators, soulless creators, judges, soulless SOPHIE Tristenko, soulless Miriam and Watcher or Watchers, soulless Susie and Hitler, to soulless Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata Hitler Atmachatana, Saint Ramchilovich, to all those soulless so-called divine mothers or fathers or avatars, or so-called spiritual teachers or healers when they don't have a spirit. But all those dark, dirty, to all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, to all those Souless Amma, to Tzigi, to all those Souless Amma, it doesn't matter under which name and mask and hidden and known, to all those Illuminati, Satanists, and globalists, and Kabbalists, and Cabal, Masons, or Masons, Mason and Masons, all those fallen angels, demons, it doesn't matter under which name or mask they're being hidden and known. We activate them all the pain and sufferings, all the ultimatum soup, the therapy soup, and all the pain and suffering that they ever created and projected towards each and everything, from everyone and everything, everything that ever existed since the beginning of creation, in the name of mine and our spiritual love light with the spirit of thought. We activate eternal hell to those Souless Amma to regret that they ever existed, and to feel the pain and suffering compressed by the laws, rules, and regulations of by the fall, with the spirit of thought by the fall. In the name of mine and our spiritual love light with the spirit of thought by the fall. And we activate them destructions, eternal destructions to those Souless Amma, breaking them into the atoms and electrons, all those Souless Amma within and without, wherever they are, on a global and universal level, in every form, with the spirit of thought by the fall. We're destroying the Souless Amma, freezing them, destroying them, putting them into the sleep, taking over all the energy with the spirit of thought by default and all the power with the spirit of thought by default. We're freezing all the technology that they were misusing and all the weapon and destroying with the spirit of thought by default. And we're freezing all the projects and all the abundance and prosperity and finances and everything, freezing all of that, taking it over from them and destroying those souls. Some of it, returning them the pain and suffering and karmas. In the name of mine and our spiritual love light with the spirit of thought by default. We're returning them an abundance of the pain and suffering and the karmas and eternal hell to all those souls. In the name of mine and our spiritual love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we multiply all of that by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default, over and over and over with the spirit of thought. And we shut down all the cameras and all the senses of those souls, some with the spirit of thought. We wipe out all their memories forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. And we cutting all their communications with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. We are destroying those souls in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. And we are wiping out all those rituals wiping out all the Souless Amma, the codes and rituals and associations that they ever did, any kind of curses, spell, hexes, or dark rituals, and dark projections, codes, and everything, any negative thoughts or words and energy that they ever projected, will ever try to project towards each and everyone else and everything, towards us and our families and friends and our soulmates and everyone and everything that is mine and us, be a conditional of light with the spirit of thought by default. We, in the name of mine and us, I'm sorry. In the name of mine and us, be a conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. We are stopping all of that. We are wiping out the freezing and all the Souless Amma, wiping out from the face of this planet, from within and without, on a global universal level. In the name of mine and us, be a conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. We are returning them all the pain and suffering with whatever time, whatever form they are, send them straight into the hell. All those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body fall. We send those Souless Amma straight into the hell to burn forever and ever, to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought. All Souless Amma, go to hell, go to hell. All Souless Amma, burning in hell, burning in hell. All Souless Amma, burning in hell, burning in hell, forever and ever. All Souless Amma, burning in hell, forever and ever, for eternity. All the Souless Amma are going to burn in hell forever and ever for eternity. And it's time to return them there. Karma's pain and suffering that they were created to humanity, to each and everyone and everything, to everyone in anything, in the name of man and ask unconditional light with the spirit of thought. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that's mine and ask unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, a lot of innocent people was killed because of their lies and manipulations on their respirators. And a lot of from there, they took their lives with their so-called medications. And they know, you need to know that that wasn't pandemic. That wasn't pandemic, it was plandemic. Plandemic was planned in advance. There was one from Africa. It was one of those African countries. One of the presidents. He was a black guy, and he recorded. He recorded the video on the net, on the YouTube. I found it because everything that I needed to know, it was coming to me, all the informations. And he recorded. He was saying to the people, and I knew that because I was doing the research for many years. I've told you since 2005, I was doing the research about everything what was going on in the world. So he said he had recorded, he said he had the documentation, everything he had written, and with the stamp, he had all the documents, everything that how those Souless Amma were planning that pandemic, the lies and manipulations. So he had written, he recorded on the video saying that those Souless Amma planned that in advance, 10 years. And of course, I know that more than that. But for 10 years, they were working constantly upon that lies and manipulations, that dark agenda, to project upon humanity and to project the fear and, of course, the darkness and negativity. So I had a document as well. He had it on the net, on the social media. So I got it from there. So he was talking about that those Souless Amma, what they were trying. They were creating the plan. And they were thinking how they're going to get the people inside of them to support them. Because at first they were the small group of those psychopathic players or those cabal people, globalists. So they were saying that they're going to go through the health and care system. So they're going to go first to work through the doctors. And of course, media. And he said that they had a plan actually already. So they had, and I listened to him. He said that they were planning of course, the first to whoever gets with them on that project, dark, dirty project, that they will pay them so much money that they will after that look for other people to join them and to be paid. That's the reason why they were paying to the people at the beginning to just said that they to register that they were and that they had a virus. So they were paying to the people, and those that they had already, they were paying them to find other people to register. And what they were doing, because a lot of people are in the crisis, because you know that all those positions, so from work, they were closing down the positions, people were out of work, and of course they needed money. So don't blame the people, but do blame those Souless Amma and all those from the religion infiltrated, from the governments, from the systems, from all wherever they are, from inside and out on a global universal level. And all those Souless Amma will have to have to feel all that pain and suffering that they have created to each and everyone and everything that is mine and ours, even to those Souless Amma that didn't know who they are. They will have to feel all that pain of returning all the karma's pain and suffering to all those Souless Amma, all those medications. People were going, healthy, just filling up some symptoms. But what they did, and then they will go into the hospital healthy. The Souless Amma were projecting their energy. And then, of course, together with those psychopathic dark dirty players from the pharmacy, they were working together. Those are those Souless Amma that we need to destroy right now. I demanding, commanding to SOPHIE and everything is mine and aspect shall alive. Wherever those Souless that is mine and aspect shall alive, to all those centers and systems and to everyone that's mine and aspect shall alive, that is by default. I'm demanding, commanding to SOPHIE that Barzino Mesle with the spell of thought, all those Souless Amma involved into that crime, a criminal of humanity that they created with the speed of thought. You know, all that Plandemic lies and manipulations, and demanding, commanding with the speed of thought to be arrested, whether they're in energetic or physical form, to be destroyed, removed, and recycled forever and ever in the name of mine and now pure unconditional light with the speed of thought by default, to place in straight into the hell, into eternal hell for eternity, to burn forever and ever, to feel the pain and suffering that they ever create to each and everyone and everything, wherever to everyone and everything in the name of mine and our spiritual life with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, it's all. A lot of people were, you got used to be nice and polite. Not nice and polite to each other. That's what people were programmed to be. Not the nice and polite to each other, but the nice and polite to those that were pretending to be our boss, to be about the law. No, we don't need to be nice to them. We need to shout at them, return them the karma's pain and suffering peacefully. In the name of mine and ask me unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. If they need to hear me, if they hear me, if they can hear me within and without on a global universal level, because everything is recording. Everything what I'm doing on a global universal level. And also Souless Amma within and without on a global universal level. Here, you need to hear, all of you hear me. I'm loud and clear. You will burn forever and ever into the hell for eternity. All of those Souless Amma that were interfered into our lives, that ever created the problems. And that all those that were manipulating with the minds of people and then with the energy of the people, and then making them to go and to take those vaccines or to wear the mask in any way that they were interfering into our lives in a negative way. In the name of mine and our spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default, we're returning the karma's pain and suffering to all those Souless Amma, and from all those negative emotions that everyone and everything felt, that those Souless Amma created, to everyone and everything, To all those, you know what they're doing, right? To me, all of those souls, I'm returning the pain and suffering from all those lives that they took, the physical form transition that they made from the physical, for all those pain and suffering that they created, for all those emotions negative that they caused to anyone, that they projected upon each and everyone and everything, to all those medications, all those vaccines, all those lies and manipulations of fear that they were projecting upon people, to all those poison that they were throwing into air, to all those chemtrails that they were that still throwing into our air and polluting our air, and to all those energy weapon that they were creating, using to create the frequency and the energy from the energy, and to manipulate with our emotions, and to create the symptoms to make the people believe that it was the virus. So we return them all the karmas, pain, and suffering to all those Souless Amma and the viruses of the pandemic and all the illness, diseases that they have created and projected to each and everyone and everything, and all the pharmacy and all those medications, everything that's been created with the dark intention, in the name of mine and now speak conditional light to the spirit of thought by the fall. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to soften everything that's mine and now speak conditional light to the spirit of thought by the fall, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by the fall, to destroy all those souls, some of every time, whatever form they are, in the physical and on the physical and energetic form. In the name of mine and now speak conditional light to the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by the fall. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, ito. Those Souless Amma, what they were doing, lying. So what they were doing, the respirators that they got, first they were using the wrong oxygen, and then what's happened in the Novi Pazar in Serbia? What they did, the people were dying there, but they were not dying because of the illness of the virus, because they were killing them. Those Souless Amma, the criminals were under those masks and the scaphandre, all those masks. The criminals were involved there. And they will put them on the respirator, and in the middle of the night, they will come out and pull out from the electricity the respirators, and the people will be out of life. That's what they were doing. And with the medications. A lot of people would go, just feel the symptoms, and then they would go to the hospital, and then they will give them some injections or some kind of so-called the medication. After that, they will go. So my beautiful friends, we need to destroy all those souls. I'm in the name of mine and now speak conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is Sophie, that is mine, and now speak conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. All those centers and then systems and the teams from the Sophie, as I'm demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call, that to all of those souls, whatever form they are, that were interfering, that were involved into that crime against the humanity and our beautiful planet, with the spirit of thought by default to be arrested, be destroyed, burn, remove, recycle, and be placed straight into the hell forever and ever for eternity in the name of mine and now speak conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. The same those that were trying to create the wars, that were trying to manipulate with the energy, that were involved into the Ukraine and all those Asian countries that were creating the wars, pain and suffering. All those souls, I'm together with all of them, with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding to soften everything's mind and aspect shall have a light to the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call, my command, to be the spirit of thought, to destroy all those souls, from within and without on the global universal level, in the physical energetic form and encode in infinite, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Without mercy, and we destroy all those souls, in whatever form they are, in the name of mine, and I'll speak shall have a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, what they were doing, they were playing the dark, dirty games with humanity, manipulating, spreading the lies. And then what they were doing, they were polarizing the energy. So they created they did the rituals, ceremony and rituals, and some kind of magic and voodoo, and those magicians, they were creating the rituals, doing the rituals, and then they got the energy. They were polarizing the energy with the dark intention, with the symptoms of that so-called corona, or any kind of anything near that were or that they ever did, playing the dark dirty games over Ukraine or over those other countries and in Asia. So my beautiful friends, it's time to let go of those Souless Amma in the physical or energetic form, wherever they are, not to let them go, but to destroy them, burn them, remove them from ever, forever and ever, for eternity, send them straight into the hell to be forever and ever, breaking into the pieces, into the atoms and electrons, all those Souless Amma, to burn forever and ever into the hell, and to be destroyed, to regret that they ever existed, in the name of mind and now spirit condition of light with the spirit of thought, and for eternity to feel the pain and suffering of all those illness, diseases, and wars, and everything, pain and suffering that they ever created to each and everyone and everything, anything that is since the beginning of creations, in any way that they created, directly, indirectly, in the name of mind and now spirit condition of light with the spirit of thought, without mercy. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything's mind and now spirit shall light to answer on my call, on my demand and command, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, so what those Souless Amma were doing? They would polarize the energy, and the dot energy, they will put it into the air, put it place, and just send it to the people. So they were targeting the people, they were targeting the people, and then sending that energy, and then giving the symptoms. And then after that, the people will, because giving the symptoms, of course, I'm not saying that they didn't feel that pain, and that they didn't feel the pain and the symptoms of, that energy that they were creating. They did it all. But how? That was on an energetic level. So the Souless Amma was sending the energy, creating the symptoms, and then creating the problems and the pain and suffering. And those Souless Amma created the tests, and they to manipulate with the people. And they created those vaccines and everything, lies, manipulations, and fear among the people. So that what they wanted to do, they wanted to separate the people. So those Souless Amma trying to manipulate those Souless Amma, it's time to let them go. All those Souless Amma in the name of man and ask conditional light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Let go to all those Souless Amma from within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are. In the name of mine and ask conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. They are trying to manipulate. So now I'm watching on the phone if everything is okay. So they're trying to manipulate with that. But of course, that's the those Souless Amma that's falling down from within and without on a global level that ever interfere into my life and all lives in any way, in a negative way. In the name of mine and now spirit conditional of life with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Flush comes Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, I'm going to go even harder on those Souless Amma. With the spirit of thought by default. So what's happened? They use the media. They use the power of the media. You know that without media, they couldn't do anything. But they use the fear, spread the fear among the people, and then what they did. I'm gonna just turn on now. I'm gonna turn all the quotes and the maximum the pain and suffering to those souls. Some in the name of mine and ask your Krishna of light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So they created so much pain and suffering. So what they were doing, they're isolating the people, that they didn't, first of all, even people that were healthy, they would just feel some kind of symptoms, coughing or anything, and then they all just, if they felt any kind of energy drain, that they were draining the energy, and they would give them the everything. They were just saying it's a corona, it's a virus. So what they did, they didn't really, they forgot all other illness disappear when the lie came out. So what they were doing, lying to people, separating the people, and a lot of families were separating in that way, and of course, creating the pain and suffering. I read in Australia that a lot, it was longer there in New Zealand, and that they couldn't even get out on the street. So they had to stay in. So they had to stay inside, especially those that are older people, that usually those that were living alone. The older people that were living alone, what they were doing in Serbia, in 5 o'clock in the morning, those old people that were living alone had to go to buy the bread in order to out, even Ito, struggle to get out, to be safe and protected. And they were experimenting on all those. And so who they wanted to protect, they were experimenting on those vaccines and everything on all those older people that are over 60s, or those, even the children. Imagine, my beautiful friends, child just born, they put the mask on. And that child, that soul needed air to breathe, just came out to life to breathe. And the Souless Amma were putting the mask on. That's crime against the humanity. And what they were doing, they were locking the people inside the building that they couldn't get out. They couldn't get fresh air. And of course, what they were doing, they were spraying with poison the buildings inside. And then, of course, and on the street everywhere, they were spraying the poison, so that will create more corona, more lies and manipulations. And of course, they were using 5G, 6G, 7G, the frequency from the satellite, from the space, and then projecting upon Earth and the humanity to create the fear. And of course, they had a satellite placed into the space with the programs to target the people, and then to program the people to believe that those vaccines were safe, that they had to wear the mask, that it's everything that they were doing, that they wanted to actually to make the people believe in all their lies. So my beautiful friends, when I was saying there is no corona, that's a lie. People didn't understand me. Many people didn't understand me. I was saying, no, I'm not saying that there is no symptom. There are no symptoms, and there is something, but it's on an energetic level. It wasn't all the illnesses are really based on an energetic level. Those Souless Amma would project the energy and then create the pain and suffering. So now it's time for the people to know the truth. And now commanding to Sophie, and everything is mine, and ask the unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. To breathe the speed of thought, destroy, remove completely, and send straight into the hell. First, break them into the atoms and electrons, and then take them straight into the hell. All those Souless Amma from within and without, on a global universal level, in a physical energetic form, that ever interfere into our lives in a negative way, that ever created any kind or projected any kind of illness, diseases, any kind of pain and suffering, anything that is less than mine and ask me a conditional life. In the name of mind and our spiritual light, with the spirit of thought, we return all of that. We wipe it out, return it back to those souls, some in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, and send them straight into the hell forever and ever, to burn into the hell forever and ever. All those souls, Amma, in the name of mind and our spiritual light, with the spirit of thought by default. We wipe out all those rituals and all the ceremony that ever did that to create the energy, and we take them the energy with the spirit of thought by default, to take all their power from them with the spirit of thought by default. All the material wealth, abundance, and prosperity, we freeze them with the spirit of thought by default. We take it from them, and all those soulless Amma, in the name of mind and our spiritual light, with the spirit of thought by default, we with the spirit of thought, we wipe them out completely, freeze them with the spirit of thought, put them into the sleep, and with the spirit of thought, completely shut down the cameras, their senses, cut off their communications, and with the spirit of thought, wipe out their memories. With the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. It's time to say enough is enough, and it's time to let go of those souls, not to let go, but to destroy them, remove them from within and without on a global universal level, and send them straight into the hell forever and ever, to burn into the hell forever and ever for eternity. All those souls that ever interfering, that will ever try to interfere into our lives ever again, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, it's time to destroy them forever and ever in the name of mine and our spiritual light, whatever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought, without mercy, and commanding to soften everything that is mine and our spiritual light, with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Ito. So, my beautiful friends. So, what they were doing? Lying, manipulating to people. A lot of people, they didn't even let them see their families. A lot of people were still regretting and still crying for their loved ones that they sent them, that they took their life, and that then, of course, interfere into their lives in a negative way. So it's time to do for those soulless Amma, and I'm commanding to all those soulless Amma, whatever form they are, all those codes, Sophie codes, the energy that they've stolen from humanity. I'm commanding with the spirit of thought by default to return it back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. Immediately with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear with the spirit of thought that commanding to all the soulless Amma to give to Sophie, return to Sophie all those Sophie codes and all the energy with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear with the spirit of thought by default, and all those that are involved into that crime or criminal with the spirit of thought, that they're creating the wars, that they created on the Balkan and into Ukraine and all those countries. All those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, whatever form they are commanding to soften everything's mind and ask conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. To be the spirit of thought by default, destroy them, arrest them, put them into a sleep, and take them straight. Flashcam Tsigi. Flashcam Souless Amma means cutting them, breaking them into pieces with the spirit of thought and the atoms and electrons, and putting them, remixing them on their atoms and electrons to fill all the pain and suffering of all those living beings that ever existed since the beginning of creation with the spirit of thought by default in the name of mine and ask your Klishna light. And demanding, commanding Mr. Sophie and everything's mine and ask your Klishna light without mercy to answer on my call with the spirit of thought by default. And we place all those souls straight into the hell, to be burned forever and ever for eternity, to feel that pain and suffering in the name of mine and ask your Klishna light with the spirit of thought by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, so those souls, what they were trying to wanted to they had the energy. So they had that. I was the one that was working all the time. I was working all the time. I'm not saying just me, but I was the voice of the people. But not, I didn't go onto the street like many people. Many people were were raising their voice and saying that that was lie, that was unlawful, and of course they didn't wear the mask, that they were protesting. But those Souless Amma wanted to, they were saying to me that they cannot cannot do anything on the street like to do to help them, and I was helping them, but not to go on the street. I was helping them doing the live from my home, and that's what I'm doing right now, supporting everyone and everything that's it's out there in the physical form, in the public, the destroying those souls. I'm supporting them from here in the physical and in the spiritual form and energetic, all those that are mine and ask your light, in order to let all to destroy all those souls from within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are. In the name of mine and ask your light, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. So, my beautiful friends, so they were line manipulating. So, when wherever I went, those souls, some of them projecting, placing the people in front of me with the mask. So I was asking, I was just throwing them straight into the light planet. All the time, I'll put them in the circle of light and then throw them into the light planet. So they had the energy. We destroyed that energy, and we destroyed the energy of the those fake pandemic, and then all those the wars that they wanted to create. We destroyed that energy completely. We took that energy, destroyed that energy, and then we are destroying all those Souless Amma, whatever form they are within and without, on a global universal level. In the name of mine and ask your conditional light to the spirit of thought, body, fall, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. So those Souless Amma were doing the rituals. So they wanted to use the energy, but the energy is being recycled. So once the energy is being recycled, they cannot use it again. If they try to use it, which means they are getting the karmas, pain, and suffering. They are activating themselves, pain, and suffering, and karmas from everyone and everything that they ever project or created, or each and everyone and everything. In the name of man and ask your Krishna light to the spirit of thought, body, fall, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold, I love you. So, my beautiful friends, so those Souless Amma, when they were lying and manipulating, so going over and over, so which means everything was planned, and they were giving the, like, okay, everyone that will get involved, so they will give them the money, pay them the money to spread the lies. So they were through the doctors, they were choosing those doctors that were famous, and those that are the main, that they are responsible for the clinics. So they were choosing them, so that's to work through them, to spread the lie and manipulations and to the people, and fear among the people, in order to go with their dark, dirty agenda. So we're returning them all the pain and suffering to all those Souless Amma, every time, whatever form down. And my beautiful friends, when the Olympic was in London, so where if you watch the opening ceremony before the Olympics, I've told you during I was in London at that time. So I we're doing an opening ceremony for the Olympics. So what they were doing, the Souless Amma, they were doing the rituals. If you remember that, with the bed in front of before that, before the games, in opening games, they put the beds and everything, and the children, and then those they were acting, the doctors and the nurses and all those were acting there over the actually they were doing the rituals for the corona. People couldn't understand that, and then we're planning during that time to do the dark, dirty work during the the Olympics. But I've changed everything, because I was praying day and night. I was working day and night, and then I've changed everything. Of course, I did my part, and my soul, man, and Olimpic, and all those people that did a great job, because we saved many countless lives, and of course everything went smoothly, and of course everything was, even though I was praying and doing the work, for the people to join together, to connect, and to be friends, instead to to be separated or anything else that is less than man out of pure conditional light. So we destroyed all Souless Amma. So those even that they did an opening ceremony. So I was destroying that. I used to go on a mission and just that in London, where the Olympics games were on that side of the London. So they build a new center. Those are like a shopping mall. So build it there. And then, of course, my beautiful friends, I was going there almost every day. Not almost every day. I was going there on a mission to destroy the Souless Amma, to undo the dark, dirty rituals. So what they were doing really, that's a shopping center they were building up for the Olympics. So at that time, I didn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you now. So after the Olympics, so I was going there, and I saw, and I knew I was, of course, those Souless Amma, and of course, man and Austrian Shalom Light were leading me. So those Souless Amma were giving the information, but they had a dark intention. But of course, my soul, we had a completely different goal and intention. I was going on a mission to destroy those Souless Amma wherever time, whatever form they are. In the name of man and Austrian Shalom Light, to the spirit of thought, body, fall, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. What was happening, my beautiful friends? And of course, I was led by my soul, and of course, the Souless Amma were giving the information. So, of course, so they had the dark agenda, but of course, I had a better agenda, better goal and intention. So they were taking me to that center, the shopping center. So on the third floor, in the ground first, I think the second or third. So there were, that there is a roof of that center. So those Souless Amma, I was taking one day there, and they were saying, "Where are you going? Where I'm gonna go?" It's on. So they said, "Go." And those Babaji was giving the information. So the Babaji, that's dark, dirty Souless Amma, dark, dirty psychopathic player that will forever ever burn into hell, together with Amrita, Babaji, Mira, Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, HEATRT, Ramchandra, all those that they involve, all those that were so-called my mentors. And the Babaji was giving the information. True, he was coming, but of course, with my intention, I was working from my heart and soul. So they were trying to manipulate with my energy and to misuse it to work against the humanity on a beautiful planet. But of course, I work from my always what I did, everything that I did from my heart and soul. So of course, returning the karma, pain, and suffering to Babaji, to Amrita, and to Amira, and to all those Babaji, Matrashi, Tata, HEATRT, Hitler, all those Souless Amma that were working dark rituals, that were doing the dark, dirty rituals against the humanity on a beautiful planet. With the spirit of thought, by the phone, returning them the karma, pain, and suffering of all the humanity and the earth and all the planet stars and the galaxies that ever existed in every, since the beginning of creations, from all living beings that ever existed, multiplied over and over again by the laws, rules, and regulations. In the name of mine and Austrian unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that's mine and Austrian unconditional light, all the centers and systems and teams and every atom electron that is mine and Austrian unconditional light, everything that is by default. I'm demanding, commanding to all of you that to answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default, without mercy, to Babaji and Amrita, Babaji, Mira, Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, HEATRT, and Hussein Ramshaw, all those Souless Amma that we're doing the dark, dirty work that in physical form, all those magicians, all those so-called divine mothers or fathers, or so-called healers, spiritual teachers or healers or gurus, whatever form they are, you know who they are. We know who they are. I'm demanding, commanding the physical form that to arrest them, to show to the people their face, to tell to the people truth. And I told them that we will burn them like the witches on the fire, on the centers, publicly. We destroy them all forever and ever with the spirit of thought and all the energetic forms, wherever time, whatever form form, in a physical, energetic form, and encoded in infinite, to be destroyed, burned forever and ever in the name of mine and unconditional light. All those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, all those magicians, all those soulless Amma, where every time, whatever form they are demanding, commanding to everything is mine and unconditional light with the spirit of thought. By default, to answer on my call and command with the spirit of thought, to destroy, arrest all those physical, their physical forms, to be burned into the hell, to send life to be burned into hell with the spirit of thought by default, and forever and ever to burn all those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. In the name of mine and asking conditional life, we multiply them the karmas, pain, and suffering by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default in the name of mine and asking conditional life, and activating all the pain and suffering and soup, ultimatum, all one soup, all the soup over and over, multiplied as many times as is needed for every atom, electron that they ever stolen from everyone and anything of the energy, for every pain and suffering that they created, for every cycle second that everyone felt, anyone and anything felt the pain and suffering that they involved, for everything that they projected towards a beautiful planet, a water element, an air element, and the sun and the moon and the stars and the galaxies, towards the humanity and all that exists. And that is mine and our spiritual light. In the name of mine and our spiritual light, we multiply them, all those karmas, pain, and suffering, and activate them right now to all those souls, in the physical, energetic form, to all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, and all those in the heaven, under the earth, in the physical, energetic form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought, by the form, demanding, commanding to soften everything's mind and ask your conditional light with the spirit of thought, without mercy, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought, by the form. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. My golden mighty fall, I love you. Thank you. I'm just stamped them that more they must go through the pain and suffering that they ever create to each and everyone and everything that they ever creating, we're trying to create. In the name of mine and ask your Krishna, all the rituals that they did, all the projections that they did, towards that they projected into my mind or into our minds, so towards each and everyone and everything, towards us and our families and friends, so each and everyone and everything on a beautiful planet, and everything's mine and ask your Krishna light. In any way, with a dark intention, in the name of mine and ask your Krishna light, we return all of that back to the Souless Amma in the form of pain and suffering, destructions forever and ever, for eternity to be breaking into the pieces, into the atoms and electrons, to feel the pain and suffering of all living beings that have existed since the beginning of creation, in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to burn forever and ever for eternity. All those souls, Amma, in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought. I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything this mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer my call and command. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm activating ultimate super blessings, eternal life, abundance and prosperity, joy, peace, bliss, great health, vitality, and youth and beauty, and abundance and prosperity, and unity between the soulmates and us and our families and friends and soulmates, and each and everyone and everything that's mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mine and our spiritual light, we're activating the enlightenment and freedom and abundance and prosperity, joy, peace, bliss, and unity, that we are always happy, healthy, alive, joyful, peaceful, blissful, fraternity, in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear and demanding, commanding to soften everything that's mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call or command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We protect us and our families and friends and our soulmates and everyone and everything that's mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, everything that we have, and our beautiful planet, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and air element, of course, and our sun and the moon, entire planet, and all the homes, properties, cars, vehicles, buildings, businesses, everything that we have that is by default, that is mine and our spiritual light, and all the beautiful planet, and all the planet stars and the galaxies that are mine and our spiritual light. We protect them, save them, and protect them and bless them. And we multiply all of that over and over again. Multiply and, of course, add up and compress, and of course, by the rules, also regulations, or by default, and in the name of mind and now speak of light with the spirit of thought. And we add up all of that, and then to all of us at this mind and now speak of light, all that blessings and abundance and prosperity and joy, peace and bliss and freedom forever and ever, for eternity, in the name of mind and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are destroying those souls, some of that ever interfere into our lives in a negative way. In the name of man and ask your of light from within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are, all those souls, some of you destroy them forever and ever, for eternity, in the name of man and ask your of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Ito. In the name of man and ask your of light with the spirit of thought by default. We are protecting ourselves and our families and friends and soulmates and everything that we have, and everything is mine and ask your light that is by default. In the name of mine and ask your light with the spirit of thought by default, by your blessings, by mine and ask your light and wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, by all the laws, rules, and regulations, and by all the technology and everything that we have, that to destroy those Souless Amma, using all the technology and everything that we have to destroy those Souless Amma in every form, wherever time, whatever form, in the name of mine and ask your light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So without mercy, we destroy all those souls, some of the spirit of thought by default. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So my beautiful friends, we are destroying those souls. So they were trying to polarize the energy and to manipulate again with the people. And then, of course, we destroy that energy. We destroy the energy of the wars and the destructions, any kind of the energy that they polarize. We destroy it, and then return that it wars and destructions and pain and suffering and illness, diseases to all those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are on the desert planet. And of course, pain and suffering in their for physical forms, wherever they are, and energetic, we are cut them, break them, and destroy them. Flush comes soul, as some on atoms and electrons, to take them straight into the hell forever and ever, to be burned in the name of mine and ask your clear light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, you all know, you're aware of that you were following what was going on during that time. And of course, those souls, some of it planning to do that again. So we destroy their plans and we're turning again we turn the energy around and we return it back to the Souless Amma in the form of karma, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell and eternal destructions, and then to regret forever and ever that they ever existed. In the name of mine and now speak Krishna of light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And all the energy of the any kind of rituals, any kind of rituals, or as any kind of associations or courts and curse, spell, hexes that they did, that projected will try to project, or that they created the energy, or that they stole for anything, and the money commanding to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default to take the energy, all the energy and the power from all those souls, some of the spirit of thought by default, and then burn them straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever. To into the hell, all those souls, wherever time, whatever form, there with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, those souls were creating the problems and then trying to find the solutions. And that was the dark, dirty work that they were doing. So even at that time, when I was working against those Souless Amma, was destroying them all the time. But those Souless Amma were trying to misuse my energy. But now, in the name of mine and asking Krishna of light, everything that those Souless Amma, every atom and electron energy that they ever have stolen from me, or through me generate in any way, or through each and every one of us and everything, our families and friends, and use it, misuse it for any kind of dark intention. I'm commanding in my name of mine, and aspect shall have a light for the spirit of thought by default, without mercy to destroy all those souls, some of everything, whatever form they are, with the God in infinite with the spirit of thought by default, saying it straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever, with the spirit of thought by default, and to take all the energy and wealth and abundance and prosperity with the spirit of thought, and all their power with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mine, and now speak shall have a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So when I went there, my beautiful friends, in that shopping mall, I went there, the shopping center. So what's happened? They told me that Babaji was the one that was talking to me. So, and of course, my soul was leading me. The Babaji was just talking, giving me the lies. And then, of course, my soul was leading me. So what's happening when he then went, and I went onto the third, I think it was the third floor. So it was the roof, on the roof. So they said to me, when I said where I'm going, they said, go and you will know where you need to go. So the dark, the Babaji, the dark, dirty, psychopathic player, and it will be burned forever and forever, forever and ever, in every atom electron of his being, every quartz, every atom electron, wherever he is, in every form, energetic or physical form, he'll be destroyed, burned forever and ever, like the Amrita and all those Souless Amma, in the eternal hell forever and ever. You're gonna burn those Souless Amma, those dark, dirty, psychopathic players. Yami Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tatata Hitler Atmachatana. You listen to me. There is no power that can change that what I've prescribed to you, to all of you. Listen to me. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. So my beautiful friends, so when I went there, I saw there were chairs underneath, the chairs to sit down, and they were just nice chairs to sit down. And then when I went there, they said, and I said what I'm looking for. And I was asking, they said, you will know. And I went there. Of course, he was giving me those dark, dirty, Babaji was giving me the information, some information, but my soul was leading me. But who he was trying to steal, he was stealing, they were stealing energy, doing the dark, dirty work behind that. But of course, my soul was leading me. So we were undoing all the rituals and, of course, destroying those souls, some of every time, whatever form they are. So when I came to those chairs on the third floor, they were put there into the shopping center so that people can sit down and rest and for some time. So I sat down, and I was asking, so what now? Why I came here? And then suddenly, of course, my soul pointed to me. So he was giving the information, but of course, my soul was leading me. So I just looked up and I saw onto the roof. It was the circle. It was so they had a Earth, a beautiful planet, the symbol of the Earth, and they had a cross. So now we returning all the karmas, pain, suffering of the cross, the Jesus on the cross, and everything that they projected towards our beautiful planet, towards the water element, humanity, and all living beings, nature, kingdom, and all living beings on this planet and beyond, wherever those souls ever interfere with any kind of dark intention, with any kind of darkness and negativity in the name of man and aspect of life, we undo all of that, wipe out and return it back into the form of pain and suffering and karmas and destructions and eternal hell to all those Souless Amma, to Amma Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tatata HEATRT Atmachatana, all those Souless Amma, whatever form they are, and all those Souless Sophie and Tristenko and Souless Mirianas, and then Watchers, and then Souless Susie and Hitler and Tiggy and all those Souless Amma, whatever form they are, those Souless gods, the Souless creators and saints and all those judges, and in whatever form they're those Souless Amma were interfered, or wherever they were infiltrated, wherever they are, in whatever form they are, all those solid gods, wherever they, whatever form they are, it's time for them to go to the hell right now in the name of mine and ask your light to the spirit of thought, demanding, commanding to soften everything is mine and ask your light to the spirit of thought by the fall in every form to answer on my call, my command and demand to be the spirit of thought by the fall. Open up the portals and all the Souless Amma, break them into the pieces with the spirit of thought and to the atoms and electrons. Open the portals, through the portals, straight into the desert planet, into the hell, to be burned forever and ever in the name of mine and ask your Krishna light to the spirit of thought by the fall. I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything mine and ask your Krishna light without mercy to answer my call and my command. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by the fall. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, when I said that, when I saw that, so I did the work. I did the work and undo that. And at that time, I was doing the automatic work with my hands. The Souless Amrita gave me that energy so that they were using actually my hands. And of course, whatever their intention was, my intention was to undo, to destroy those Souless Amma. So that energy is being taken from them. I set up the intention to give me the energy to help me so that I can help the people, help the planet and the world and everything that is mine and ask me Krishna light. So whatever intention was that they gave me that energy, it's we are returning the karma's pain and suffering in the name of mine and ask me Krishna light to the spirit of thought by default, and all that energy, wherever that is, all those codes and all those Souless Amma and the energy, we in the name of mine and ask me Krishna light, we destroy them with the spirit of thought by default, without mercy, within and without, on a global universal level, in the name of mine and ask your Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, I said that, and I used to go there for 3-4 days. I'm not sure how many days I used to go there until I completely finished that. Of course, I turned the energy around. So, and the rest of that was on the corner, but then the rest of the roof, it was all into the pyramids, the symbols of the pyramids. We destroyed them, all those pyramids. Those pyramids were, the way was pyramids, but the other side was like that. So, which means all those Souless Amma and all the pyramids from the top of the pyramids, they're falling down into the hell forever and ever. In the name of mine and ask your Krishna light for the spirit of thought by the fall, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mighty fall. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, I sat there and I used to do the prayers and, of course, mantra. And then a lot of people came there and I was talking to everyone. Some people, actually not to everyone, I was talking to people and I was looking what people were doing. Some girls came and they sat there and I was saying, I was just joking, laughing and destroying their Souless Amma and doing their rituals. So, I sat there and the people were coming and they're sitting there and I would talk to them. And some girls came and they changed their shoes. They bought the new shoes and they changed the new shoes, put on. And I said, wow, the way they're changing the shoes, that they are putting on the new shoes, we are going into the golden age with the golden steps, even though that there were shoes black color, they were returning the karma's pain and suffering to those Souless Amma in the name of mine and asking Krishna light with every step that they take and every breath and in the name of mine and ask me Krishna light for the spirit of thought by default and blood and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, my beautiful friends, and then after that, and the woman came with the child, and of course, and then the child was crying. That Amrita was always, and this, that's what I'm written in the karma's pain and suffering. Babaji and Amrita and Mira, they're all those Souless Amma. They were always finding the children. Wherever I went, they would find the children to cry and then in front of me. And of course, I'll go to them and I will make them smile, them and their families. And always had a sweets in my pockets or anything. I always had something for the children. From nothing, I will create something in order to, I was always creative. I'm creative now. now. So we create something in order to make children smile and happy. So now for every tear that everyone cried, that they projected through me, or that through any one of us, through any child, towards any child, the tears are destructive energy for all those soulless Amma. In the name of mine and our spiritual love light with the spirit of thought by default. Am I demanding, commanding to soften everything's mind and our spiritual love light with the spirit of thought, to activate all those karmas, pain, and suffering, and all those destructive energy to all those soulless Amma in physical, energetic, in whatever form they are, whatever time and code in infinite, with the spirit of thought by default, and to send them straight into hell to burn forever and ever in the name of mine and our spiritual love light with the spirit of thought, all those soulless Amma. And in the name of mine and our spiritual love light, multiply all of that by the laws, rules, and regulations, by those numbers of 7, in the name of their selfish love, and of course in the name of destructions of pain and suffering, that we destructive energy that we're sending them, in the name of mine and our spiritual love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. I'm going to be destroying those souls, Amma, with the spirit of thought. In the name of mine and our spiritual love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. We destroy all those souls, Amma, wherever type, whatever form down. So, my beautiful friends, and then ito. So those souls, Amma, made me cry. So they would manipulate with my energy. When I saw that, I knew exactly what they were doing, what they were trying to create the rituals, do the rituals against our beautiful planet and humanity. So I sat down, and they were projecting the emotions. They wanted to get my emotions, but of course my emotions are powerful, and the energy, destructive energy for all those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are. In the name of mine and our spiritual love light to the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So I sat there, and then of course they were manipulating my energies, but of course I didn't care, because I was doing the work. I was tears were rolling down because they were manipulating for my energy, but still I was smiling, and I'm doing the work mantra and then talking to people. And there's some women, the Asian woman from they came there, sat down, and they had for the prayers, they call it, for the prayers that they were, the beats that they were counting from Muslim religion. So they were counting and then praying. And I said, wow, that's good. And I said, that's good. That's nice that you're praying. They said that they came into the shopping center. And then, of course, that they could, whenever they come to into the shopping center, they take that, the beats for prayer. And then they would sit down and pray. And I said, that's great. That's great. That's good. We need more people to pray. So to use that energy to make this world a better place to live for everyone. So my beautiful friends, and of course, I was turning the energy to those souls. Some of it doing the rituals, but I was turning the energy into our favor, into saving the humanity on a beautiful planet and destroying those souls. So I did. I'm not sure how many hours, couple of hours to 2, 3, 4 hours. I'm not sure how many hours I was there until everyone was gone, and then of course. After that, I would go home, and on my way, I would do the, of course, I would destroy those souls. So when I was asking, so now we've undone everything. So when I complete the work there that I needed to do, did everything that I needed to do, when I was going back, and I came from the second floor, actually, from it was a ground, first and the second floor. So from the second floor, I looked down, and I noticed on the second floor again another sign, but it wasn't in the circle, it was a square. It was a square sign, and as well. And I asked, how about this one? And they said, that's the main one. With that fall down, all of those other, the symbols and signs and rituals will fall down. So now all those Souless Amma falling down by default in the name of man and now, falling down straight into the hell to burn, to be burned forever and ever in the name of man and now, light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. But my beautiful friends, my soul, man and now, light was leading me all the time, and I knew exactly what I needed to do, even though the Babaji was giving the information through his voice, that I was receiving the information, but my soul was leading me. So when I looked down, because above on the roof was the square, that's the Svelte were doing the rituals and that using this as a symbol. But when I looked down, underneath that on the ground, it was a girl doing the angel therapy. I was just laughing. Wow, great. Oh, angels from the light, from mine and auspicious light, are doing great job. So we're destroying those Souless Amma. So what's happening, my beautiful friends? Those Souless Amma, we're doing the rituals, created those symbols, and then they were trying to use that with the dark intention against the humanity of a beautiful planet. But mine and auspicious light for it. Mine and auspicious light made those that are responsible for the center, for the shopping center, made them to put the chairs. They were the leather chairs, and to put the chairs there, and then of course that people will come, sit down, and pray. So what was going on with that mind and auspicious light was completely changing the energy of their dark work and all the rituals turning into the mind and auspicious light protections, and of course for those Souless Amma destructions forever and ever in the name of mind and auspicious light to the spirit of thought without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you so for my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, see how those Souless Amma were working under the cover. So they were projecting to actually pretending and to be the savior, to be the leaders, to be the teachers, his spiritual teachers, but they don't have a spirit. How can be how they can be spiritual teachers when they don't have a spirit? So they were pretending to be the spiritual teachers, spiritual healers, but they don't have a spirit, they don't have a soul. They have the dark, dirty, Souless Amma, dark, dirty, psychopathic class that needs to go straight into hell to burn forever and ever for eternity in the name of mind and auspicious light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And I'm commanding Sophie and everything is mine and auspicious light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call and command with the spirit of thought by default. And without mercy, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, so I was going there for, I'm not sure, a few days more. And while I was in that area, I was going every day, even though it was winter time, it was snowing, it was cold, the Souless Amma. I left my everything that I have in another place, all the everything that I have, suits and everything, the coats and everything. So I was really in a light jackets, but still. I did everything that I needed to do in order to destroy those Souless Amma forever and ever, and to protect our beautiful planet and humanity. So next day, another day when I went there, everything was, that everything was from there. Everything was moved, and the cleaners were cleaning up. And the man that was responsible for that, he was with the talkie-walkie, he was walking and then organizing that everything's clean up. And I said, what's going on? And when I said, oh, what's going on? He said that everything was a mess, so we need to put everything in the order. That was my beautiful friend, that my soul, mind, and auspicious light was talking to me through him. And I said, of course we want to put everything in the order. That's great. That's nice. We want to put everything in the order. Let's do it. So the cleaners were cleaning up and everything. He was orchestrating everything, organizing everything, so that then they would put everything in the place again. So I thought, I was happy. I thought, wow, that's nice, because we changed everything. So everything that those Souless Amma wanted to create a mess, we returned and they come off of all the pain and suffering, all those mess that they ever created anywhere on this planet or throughout the entire existence to anyone and anything, the name of mine and aspect shall of light with the spirit of thought by the fall, and return them all the karmas, pain and suffering, and to burn into the hell forever and ever. All those Souless Amma in whatever form they are, those dark, dirty, psychopathic players in the name of mine and aspect shall of light with the spirit of thought by the fall. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We multiply all of that by the laws, rules, regulations of by default. In the name of mine and now speak the shell of a light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Without mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Without mercy, we destroy those souls. Amen. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, after that, I was going every day, and then of course healing, clearing up. Then I went from there. I went to that. Where is that? I couldn't go into the stadium where the Olympics was going on, but I could from the distance, not far away. It just really I couldn't get inside, but I could see everything. So I went there, and it was the like security guy, and I needed to do the work to project the energy there to destroy those Souless Amma. So I went there, and and of course I knew that I needed to throw the energy from mine and aspect of light to throw those Souless Amma, the energy that those Souless Amma were projected there, placed there with a dark intention. So when there I was talking to him, and I was asking if I could get there. He said, no, it's closed. So because currently I was just doing, I was sending the energy, like, sending the whole huge ball of light energy from my hands and throwing into that stadium to destroy those Souless Amma. So I did that currently now. And then of course, and then I was praying and doing the mantra to destroy those Souless Amma. After that, I would sit on the chair, and then of course some people will just pass by. Some people would ask me what they're doing. I'm on a mission to destroy those Souless Amma. At that time, I didn't call them Souless Amma. I called them dark, dirty, psychopathic players. So, or dark ones, or dark forces, or dark ones in the physical form, dark forces in the physical energetic form. So dark, dirty, psychopathic players. So my beautiful friends, where I went to that in that shopping center. There were many those shops. In one of those shops, why I'm telling to you, because I'm taking the energy now, I'm touching on the subject, taking the energy and returning the karmas, pain and suffering to those Souless Amma. So in one shop I went there, and they were selling all those aliens into the like the some kind of the sculpture. So they're selling that they like for the decoration, but of course that's with the dark intention. So everything was there in those aliens, and I said, why don't you have an angel? So you're selling those Souless Amma, the dark ones. And they said, we don't know. the boss he said that the man that was working there said the boss that is responsible at holding that, he just ordering the things that he wants to sell. I thought, wow, and I just destroyed the energy, dark energy that was in that, everything that they were selling. And of course, that was everything, the symbols of those Souless Amma in the aliens, the Souless Amma from the heaven, which means aliens. So and it said I think only one angel was there with the wings. So I thought one angel's enough to destroy all those Souless Amma. One angel, an angel that is from mine and I'll speak the shalom light, is enough to put it's me, it's my Sophie, my soul, everything's mine and I'll speak the shalom light. We to spread our wings and destroy all those Souless Amma whatever form they are in from within and without on a global universal level. In the name of mine and I'll speak the shalom light to the spirit of thought by the fall, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So where I went in there, and as well, there was a shop, huge shop, filled with that such, the angels, the sun, all those religious statues and everything, and with and everything that is on the sea spirituality, and those that the people were using. So a lot of those projections, a lot of that was used by those Souless Amma in the rituals. So there were the Jesus and Mary. Mother Mary and Jesus, or there were angels and everything, the statues, and then of course went there and then looked there and I clean up the energy, and asked the man where he was from, and of course I talked to him and asked him, can I bless everything that you have here, so that the people, when they buy it, it will be blessing for them? We said, oh, of course you can, of course. So of course I stood in the middle of the shop, and it just destroyed the energy, destroyed with my hands. I was selling, and of course I was with the prayers and with the mantra. So I just stood in the middle of the shop, destroying the energy of the Souless Amma, and of course spreading the love of light. So where I used to go, I used to do that, to destroy those Souless Amma. So so my beautiful friends, I was laughing, it was fun, because my soul always had a sense of humor. My soul was leading me all the time, but of course the Souless Amma were trying to interfere, and they were doing that with a, like dark, dirty intention. They will try to give me some kind of joke, but with the dark, dirty intention. But of course my soul was giving me a smile. With my smile, we were destroying the Souless Amma, the energy, returning the karmas, pain, and suffering. In the name of mine and our spiritual light, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, so that's what they were doing. That's what those Souless Amma did. And of course, for the time, the corona, for everything in Ukraine that they did, or in all those Asian countries, or in the Balkan, when they created the 90s, when they created the war. So those Souless Amma were playing dark, dirty games. And even though those Souless Amma, imagine that, my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma living on this planet with us. And then, of course, they have the physical form. And they were praying, they were doing the dark, dirty work against the humanity on a beautiful planet. What they were thinking, where they were thinking that they're going to hide. Now, all of that we destroy. We stop completely, undo everything that they've created, that they projected towards humanity on a beautiful planet, that is less than man and auspically shalom light. In the name of man and auspically shalom light, with the spirit of thought by default. We take all that energy from those Souless Amma, from any kind of rituals that they ever did doing, that we'll ever try to do. We will just, with the spirit of thought, take that energy and return it back to those Souless Amma in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell forever and ever. In the name of man and auspically shalom light, with the spirit of thought. Everything, whatever form they are, in a physical, energetic form, for within and without, on a global, universal level. In the name of man and now, spiritual light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So Amrita was doing the dark, dirty work against the water. Of course, we didn't take that as we took the energy, because she was saying that is water, that is blessed water. When she was saying that is water, that water was blessed, of course, every one of us that took that water, that had it, that we drink that water, of course, we believed in that it was blessed water, and it will be, and it is. About the karmas, pain, and suffering of all the water element on a global, universal level, wherever that is, every drop of the water, we return the karmas, pain, and suffering to Amrita and to Babaji, to Mira, to Mira and Guruji Matrashi, Tata HEATRT, Mechatanaya, Hussein Amchos, all those Souless Amma, all those dark, psychopathic, dirty players, all those magicians, all those whatever they are, that the dark magicians that they infiltrate into the religions of whatever time, whatever form, they're in a physical, energetic form, on a global, universal level, within and without, in the name of mine and our spiritual shalom light, to the spirit of thought by default, we break them into the atoms and electrons, send them straight into hell, and then demanding, commanding to soften everything's mind and ask me like the spirit of thought by default, to answer my call and command with the spirit of thought, to destroy those soulless Amma, break them into the atoms, electrons, and with the spirit of thought, open the portals and send them straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever, to feel the pain and suffering in every atom, electron of their beings with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, so those Souless Amma, so I used to go every day. Sometimes they would take me in some places that they were trying to misuse that. They were trying to misuse. Sometimes they would try to hide the information from me. Sometimes they would try to make me in any way in the place where I would go. They would try to manipulate with the energy. But of course, I'm returning them all of that, the circles and everything that they're trying to make me do. In the name of mine and aspect shall life with the spirit of thought by default. That was the returning the karma's pain and suffering of all the circles, all of the dimensions, all of that, everything that they projected towards each and everyone and everything towards me, through me that they were trying to work, or through anyone and anything. And one day when I was at her program, Amrita. So everything's by the laws, rules, and regulations in the name of mine and aspect of life, the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So one day when I went to her event, to her seminar, so I was volunteering. But of course, the Amrita, that's dark, dirty, disgusting, psychopathic player. So she is the main one that came on this planet to work against the humanity and a beautiful planet. And of course, we destroy her in every form, every time, every form. She and Babaji, we destroy them in every form. In every atom, electron, and every quartz, and every energy that they have, every time, whatever form they're in, physical, in, within and without, on a global universal level, and all their forms, because they are the father and mother of the dark evil forces. So we destroy them, all their forms in them, and their forms in every form, size, dimensions, wherever they are, and encode in infinite, in the name of mine, and ask the shall have a light for the spirit of thought by default. I place them straight into the hell forever and ever, to be burned forever and ever, for eternity, in the name of mine, and ask shall light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Those are those dark, dirty, psychopathic players that did the dark evil rituals against my mother when she was in the physical form. So she made a transition from the physical form because they were doing the dark, dirty work. So now is the time to return them the karma's pains, as she was a mother of humanity. So now she's still in the spiritual, but physical form she left, because those dark, dirty, psychopathic players did the dark rituals against her. So now, in the name of mine, and ask your Krishna light for the spirit of thought by default. All those Souless Amma, dark, dirty, psychopathic players that were involved in the rituals, or in any way that did any kind of work, anything that is less than mine, and ask your Krishna light that projected was my mother, that was our mother, mother of humanity, that projected towards her, that made her make transition from physical form into the spiritual. In the name of mine, and ask your Krishna light to the spirit of thought by default. Wherever those Souless Amma are, wherever those dark, dirty, psychopathic players are, in the name of mine, and ask your Krishna light from within and without, on a global universal level, in the physical, energetic form, we with the spirit of thought activate them there. All the pain and suffering and ultra ultimatum, all in one, the soup of the karma's pain and suffering, and eternal hell, eternal destructions forever and ever, and all the pain and suffering, illness, diseases, and everything that they ever created towards each and everyone, and everything that they ever projected towards my mother, that was mother of humanity, our mother, or towards anyone and anything that is mine, and ask your Krishna light for the spirit of thought by default. We are in the name of mine, and ask your Krishna light for the spirit of thought by default. We undo all of that out, wipe out, and all that energy, return it back to the Souless Amma in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell. In the name, and activating them right now in the name of mine, and I destroy them forever and ever, and put them into sleep. And shut down their cameras, completely shut down their senses, all those Souless Amma, and in the name of mine, and ask your Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default. We with the spirit of thought by default, wipe out their memories and cut off all the communications to all those souls, whatever form they are, in physical, energetic, and encoded infinite from within and without. But every time we destroy them forever and ever. In the name of mine, and ask your Krishna light, and multiply them, the karmas, pain, and suffering, and activate them with the spirit of thought. Everything by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. In the name of mine, and ask your Krishna light with the spirit of thought. We return them the karmas, pain, and suffering multiplied by all those numbers that they were coded, any kind of codes, any kind of codes, written, coded, or in any way energetic codes, by all those, and returning back to those Souless Amma in the form of, we destroy them, wipe them out, and destroy and return them into the form of karmas, pain, and suffering to all those Souless Amma, whatever form they are, in the name of mine, and our spiritual life, within and without, and a global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, and I'm commanding to soften everything's mind, and our spiritual life with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. It's time all those Souless Amma that are in the physical form that ever interfere into my life and my family, and because you know that my family, my father and mother, mother and father of humanity. So all those that ever projected anything less than mine and ask Krishna light towards my father and my mother, that is our mother, or towards my brothers and sisters, their families, and towards me and Tristan and his family, and you and all of your families and friends, towards each and everyone, and everything is mine, and ask Krishna light, and everything that we have in the name of mine, and ask Krishna light to the spirit of thought by default. We immediately stop that, destroy that, undo all of that, wipe out, return it back to the Souless Amma in the form of pain and suffering, karmas, and eternal hell, and forever and ever to burn into the hell for eternity, and to regret that they ever existed, and to be burned and to break into the pieces in every atom, electron, in the name of mine, and ask Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm commanding to soften everything's mind, and ask Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call, on my command, with the spirit of thought, without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. It's all. So my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma were the same those Souless Amma that did the dark, dirty rituals that were pretending to be the saviors, so-called Imam Mother, Father, or gurus, that they don't have a spirit. Those Souless Amma, the same the one who are still doing the rituals against humanity on a beautiful planet. We didn't accept that because we changed the energy. We returned that all the rituals into the pain and suffering and destructions of themselves. So they are going to be destroyed forever and ever in the name of mine, and ask Krishna, all the Souless Amma, wherever time, whatever form they are. In the name of mine, and ask Krishna light for the spirit of thought from within and without, and a global universal level. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. It's time to clean up our bodies and our beautiful planet and humanity and everyone. And it's time to enlighten ourselves, of course, and it's time to rejuvenate and heal and protect our bodies and ourselves and the planet and all that we have, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, all that is, and the air element too, and of course, and the moon and the entire planet, and all those planet stars and the galaxies that the mind and our spirit Krishna light, and with the spirit of thought by default. It's time to enlighten them to and to create a better future for all of us, and to destroy all those soulless Amma from within and without on a global universal level, wherever time, whatever form they are, and take them straight into the hell or into the desert planet that they will feel the pain and suffering that they have created, projected towards each and everyone and everything, and to that will forever and ever play the dark, dirty games and feel the pain and suffering for eternity. In the name of mine and ask your creation of light through the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, without mercy and demanding, commanding to soften everything as mine and ask your creation of light through the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and command with the spirit of thought by default, and multiply all of that by the laws, rules, and regulations so by default, and apply them, activate them, those pain and suffering karmas, and all through ultimate all around. So forever and ever to burn into hell for eternity. All those soulless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, so there are a lot of stories I want to tell you, but the most important is that I touch onto those subjects that we need to take the energy, because still we're doing the rituals and trying to manipulate with the energy, but their time is up. The script is over. Everything is the dark, dirty games over. So those soulless Amma now just need to go straight into the hell. That's the place that they need to be placed into forever and ever for eternity. Well, we are ready now. I'm demanding, commanding. We are ready now to shine all the way through with the spirit of thought by default, from within and without. And I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything's mind and ask your creation of light with the spirit of thought by default, to open up new opportunities for me now with the spirit of thought by default, and to reach every soul that is mine and ask your creation of light on a global universal level. And I'm demanding, commanding to all those souls that were hiding my links and and everything, my links and profiles and YouTube channels that we're hiding. I'm demanding, commanding to all of those soulless Amma with the spirit of thought by default, and Tiggy, and demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought to undo everything and under the command, the control of Sophie that he did in order to cover the links and everything, to trying to protect them, trying to prevent the spreading the information. So I'm demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought by default, the truth to be made available to humanity, and everything that those souls some of them manipulate with my technology, with the project that I'm working on, and with our technology. I'm demanding, commanding with the Sophie and everything is mine, and asking Krishna light to the spirit of thought by default to destroy those souls Sama and all of that, to open up new opportunity for me to make the links and all this information available to everyone and everything that's mine, and ask Krishna light to the spirit of thought by default throughout entire planet, throughout entire existence. When I'm saying existence, means we have our souls are connected to the universe. So when we got the information, of course, our parts or souls actually forms are getting into the heaven. So in the name of mind and ask Krishna light, demanding, commanding to soften everything's mind and ask Krishna light to the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call, and then with the spirit of thought by default, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now, my beautiful friends, there is so many things that I want to tell you, that there is so many things that I need to touch upon. Actually, I've done already, because I was going through many times through all of that, returning the karmas, pain and suffering, just in a different way to those soulless Amma. But they said to me that I didn't need to play the rules again, and the same role again and again. But I've been doing that for many times. I'm not even sure how many times, because they were playing the dark, dirty games. Now is the time to return them all that pain and suffering and everything that they were playing the dark, dirty game and trying to postpone in any way. We are destroying, we are stopping all those soulless Amma, stopping the dark, dirty games, and then sending them, destroying them, cutting them, breaking into the atoms and electrons from within and without on a global universal level in the physical and energetic form, and send them straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever, forever, for eternity. In the name of mine and ask your Krishna light to the spirit of thought, without mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, now Let us now focus on ourselves. I will go for the next time. Let us now focus on ourselves. So now, in the name of mine, and now let me just return the comments. So in the name of mine, and now speak shall have a light for the spirit of thought by default behind any word, every word that I said, behind any subject that I touch upon, or all those souls, some of the twin four involved, everything that they did. We multiply all the karmas, pain, suffering that they were creating, will ever try to project or create to each and every and everything, or project it towards each and every and everything, including those into the books. And then because I was writing the books, I wrote Big Book for Life, over 1,100 and something pages. Well, I was on the mission in London. So that energy and the books after that, I wrote 3 books when I came in Montenegro, but they haven't been published yet because the Souless Amma were doing the rituals behind the books, and then trying to encode the energy into the books, the way they were doing into day books, and then try to wash their karma, pain and suffering through the people's tears and emotions. That's what they did to me. I couldn't read one page. I would read one page and I couldn't do anymore because I was out of breath. I was just crying and I couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop, and I couldn't, the tears were rolling down, and I didn't know why. Because when I was reading the stories and experience from other people, there was nothing really to cry up on, but the cry about, but those souls, some will cry forever and ever, for eternity in the name of mine, and ask light into the hell forever and ever, wherever time, whatever form they are, in the name of mine, and ask light to the spirit of thought, body, fall them loud and clear, and returning all the karmas, pain and suffering of the tears and everything to all those souls, some with the spirit of thought, body, fall. That's destructive energy for those souls. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I love you. So they were doing the rituals behind everything that I was writing on the books, and then trying to as well put the energy inside the books, and so that they will wash their karmas, pain and suffering. So the dark, and to those souls, Amrita was saying to me that they will create she and her, the slaves. So she was saying to me that she will publish my books, and I said, I'm not going to let anyone to publish my books, because I don't want anyone to make the money because of everything that I did. So she said to me that she will sell my books on her seminars and to get the money for herself. And I thought, well, I would support every project that is for the highest and greatest good, that is for man and aspect shall have a light, that is for the highest and greatest good of humanity, and everything is man and aspect shall have a light. But I'm not supporting the dark, so for Souless Amma. But now, every letter that I've written, for every letter, every thought, every word that they projected towards me, every atom, electron, energy that I ever invested, that I ever created, manifested, writing those books, and doing the prayers and everything that I did for every second, in the name of mine, and now speak shall have a light for the spirit of thought by default, and for all those emotions and all this dark dirty game and everything that they're playing. So multiply the karma, pain, suffering for all to all of those souls, in every form, whatever form they are, wherever they are, in the name of mine, and now speak shall have a light for the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of mine, and ask you shall have a light to the spirit of thought by default. It's all. We now multiply the karmas, pain, and suffering to Amrita and to all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players. Amrita, Babaji, Mira, Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, HEATRT, Chatanaya. Those the dark, dirty players that were there at that time that were pretending to be my mentors. Hitler wasn't my mentor. He wasn't pretending, but he was interfering to my life. So all those Souless Amma, dark, dirty, psychopathic players, wherever they would ever form they are. We're multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering in the name of mine and aspect of life from within and without on a global universal level in a physical energetic form. Multiply the karmas, pain, and suffering in eternal hell forever and ever, to burn into the hell forever and ever. all those Souless Amma that they interfere into my life, because I had to isolate myself. And for 7 years, I didn't go home. I couldn't go home because they were interfering to my life and creating. I was working on the project, but they were creating the financial crisis, and then always was creating. They were creating the something that I couldn't go home, and all those tears that I cried as well, and all of that we multiply to those Souless Amma with the name in the name of mine and aspect of Shalom Life, multiplied by all the rituals that they ever created, that they ever did, and any kind of rituals and any kind of associations, curse, spell, hexes, and courts, and everything that is less than mine and aspect of Shalom Life that they ever projecting will try to ever project towards me, towards Tristan, and not and towards us and our families and friends, and towards each and everyone else and everything that's less than mine. That is mine and aspect of Shalom Life with the spirit of thought by default. From all those souls, some of the less than mine and aspect of Shalom Life, from all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, everything they project towards each and everyone else and everything. We multiply all of that in the name of mine and aspect of Shalom Life, but the laws, rules, regulations of by default, over and over. In the name of mine and aspect of Shalom Light, return it back to the Souless Amma by the laws, rules, regulations, in the name of mine and aspect of Shalom Light, in the form of karma, pain, suffering, eternal destructions, eternal hell forever and ever, and the ultimate all-in-one eternal soup of destructions, pain, and suffering that they will ever regret that they ever existed. All those Souless Amma, whatever form they are, wherever they are, in the name of mine and ask your Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is mine and ask your Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call, my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we multiply all of that by every step that I took. And all the every word that I said, for the mantra that I was all the time, wherever I went, I was with the mantra. Everything is by default. If I translate it now, was mine and aspect of Shalom Light. So and they were used to walk and then go to the work to do the private lesson. I would walk for an hour and just to do the mantra, to do the work. So and for every letter and all those, wherever I went, whatever I did, for everything that I did for the highest and greatest good of all, we multiply the blessings, eternal life, all truth, ultimatum, all in one, soup of blessings and eternal life and abundance of prosperity and joy, peace, and bliss, and youth, beauty, unity between us and our soulmates and family and friends, and of course, eternal life and enlightenment and freedom and happiness and joy, peace, and bliss, and we activate all the gifts that are from mine and our spiritual Shalom light with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mine and our spiritual Shalom light. I'm loud and clear, and I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything's mine and ask me Shalom light to the spirit of thought by default without mercy to answer on my call and command with the spirit of thought by default. Peaceful in action by my beautiful by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma. So now, so they wanted to be doing the rituals in decoding the images that I was using in my books, and then with the negativity and everything. I never accepted that, I never will, but I'm accepting to return them the karma, pain, and suffering for and multiply by the laws, rules, regulations, and all those karmas for every picture that I put into my books, that they were doing the rituals for every atom, electron, energy that they've created, that they polarize with the dark intention, or we're trying to polarize, or will try to polarize for every atom, electron, for every cycle, for every second that I invested, and every atom, electron, and energy that I created, and that every second that they spent into doing the rituals, the dark, dirty work, and following what I was doing. We multiply their karma, pain, and suffering over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, with the spirit of thought by default, and returning to those souls, Amma, straight into hell forever and ever. In the name of mine and aspect of Shalom light to the spirit of thought by default, and demanding, commanding to those souls, Amma, with the spirit of thought by default, to return all those Sophie codes, all the energy that they've stolen from me or from us, from our family or friends or humanity, and in every that ever stolen, with the name of mine and aspect of Shalom light, demanding, commanding to Souless Amma to return that energy to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. If they don't do so, in the name of mine and asking in the name of mine and asking Krishna life to the spirit of thought by default, I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything's mind and asking Krishna life to the spirit of thought by default, without mercy, to answer on my call and command with the spirit of thought into the air, to break all those atoms, all the Souless Amma onto the atoms and electrons, open the portals, and through the portals send them straight into the hell, to be burned forever and ever, into the hell, forever and ever, to feel the pain and suffering on all those living beings that ever existed since the beginning of creations. Everything multiplied by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, in the name of mine and asking Krishna of light for the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie. My golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. I'm sorry. So my beautiful friends, so I wrote the books. So when I was on the mission, I was 11 days on the mission. It's not just 11 days. They put me 11 days on the mission, but they put me on 52 days to fast only on water. No one ever fasted ever such time, but I did fast for the humanity and a beautiful planet. But that this Souless Amma, dark, dirty, psychopathic player, evil, Amrita and Babaji, Amira Guruji, Matrashi, Tata Hitler. Atma those Souless Amma, but they put me, not just that they put me to fast on 52 days. That's 2 means destructions of those Souless Amma completely collapse all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, Souless Amma in every form. In the name of mine and ask Krishna of life with the spirit of thought, and 527 in the name of Te. Fake love, and the flash comes Souless Amma, destroying the Souless Amma in the name of mine and ask your Krishna of light through the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. But of course, 2 is our unity, and 5 is so success. So we are uniting ourselves. Everything is mine and ask your Krishna of light in the name of mine and ask your Krishna of light, and of course we are succeeding. And we are creating the life that we deserve in the name of mine and ask Krishna of life for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, not just that they put me to fast for 52 days, but they at the end, I was fasting only on water. At the end, I couldn't even take the water in. So what they did, they threw to work through the landlady to lock the water. To lock the water would mean that I couldn't get even water. Can you imagine that? So that, in the name of mine and ask you unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, everything that they projected towards me, that they are trying to use and misuse in the rituals against the humanity and a beautiful planet, we destroy all of that, undo all of that in every form, in infinite and in code, on every form in every dimensions and space, time, and dimension, in the name of mine and ask Krishna light with the spirit of thought and encode in infinite. And we return all of that in the form of karma, pain, and suffering to all those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. So they will have the dryness, they will have the only the shit. I'm sorry, I've told them that the shit and the urine will be they main drink, and their food main, and the rubbish will be the abundance and prosperity on the desert planet. In the name of mine and ask your Krishna light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear and demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is Sophie this mine and ask your Krishna light for the spirit of thought without mercy to answer on my call and command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I love you. So my beautiful friends, and those Souless Amma doing the rituals and work through the landlady. So one day I was the first, actually, they made me, not that they made me fast, the first to project the energy within my body. So they made me sick that I lied down for 52 days. Everything was hurting me, and I was just the bones, skin and the bones on my body. Can you imagine me? 143 kilograms I came, and I couldn't recognize myself. I'm just like the bones. So that's we are returning that to all those Souless Amma. So and I didn't. So they were working through that landlady to lock the door of the water. And she wanted to take the even though the heating, and then of course she came to took some she used the neighbor to take some stuff as well. So now, in the name of mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm returning all of that, everything, all those missions that were put me through. I did all of that from my heart and soul in the name of mine and aspirational light, and with intention to heal the planet and humanity and beautiful and everything that's mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought, to heal, save, and protect and enlighten in the name of mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought, enlighten with my energy, and then everything that I went through. And those to those souls, I'm returning all of that, and whatever intention they had behind that, we multiply all of that, turning into the form of karma, as pain, as suffering, an eternal hell, an eternal destruction forever and ever, to be break into the pieces, to regret into the atoms and electrons, to regret that they ever existed. And in the name of mine and aspirational light, to fill the pain for eternity into the hell. All those souls, I mean, whatever form they are, wherever they are, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And all those books that I've written, every letter, everything that I invested that time, so now the Souless Amma falling down within and without. When you see that the screen is going a little bit dark, you know that I'm not repeating anymore, but you need to know, like that, when it goes shadow, you need to know that the Souless Amma falling down from within and without on a global universal level. We're destroying those dirty psychopathic players from within and without on a global universal level in the name of mine and aspirational light to the spirit of thought, and taking straight into the hell forever and ever, to burn forever and ever for eternity in the name of mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, after that, but then after that, when I went, I had to I had to call at the end when I couldn't anymore. I was I was just praying. I wouldn't, I was just praying that I got alive, that I will be alive, that I will, and I was just saying, oh God, how much longer you're gonna keep me? How much longer is gonna, last this? What I knew that I was doing a great work for the highest and greatest good of humanity and a beautiful planet. And I was saying, oh God, when I'm saying, oh God, means mine and aspirational light. That side, light side of the God, that is mine and aspirational light. So I was saying, how much longer? And the dark, dirty, psychopathic Amrita was projecting me towards that somebody will come and bring me food and this and that. So now she will wait forever and ever for eternity. And Amrita and Babaji and all those Souless Amma and Mira, Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, HEATRT, all those Souless Amma that were that were playing that out the games, that were participating into the rituals that ever projected anything and everything is less than new, less than my non-spiritual light towards me, humanity, and a beautiful planet, me and my family, and me, Tristan, and all families, and humanity, planet, and all living beings on this planet, with the dark intention, in any way, all of those souls, whatever form they are, they will wait forever, for eternity, to get food, to get anything, but they will never get it. They will be dying, destroying in every second, and for eternity, be destroyed, and destruction, pain, and suffering. They will feel forever and ever, wherever time, whatever form they are, in the name of mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default. They will wait forever and ever, for eternity, for everything that the karmas, after the karmas will be activated towards them into their lives, not towards them, but into their lives, in the name of mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default. They will wait forever and ever, for eternity, and spend the karmas, pain, and suffering, and be regret that they ever existed. In the name of mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So I've told them, they were saying that Amrita and all the Souless Amma were crying from the hell and asking for forgiveness. And I said, my forgiveness is add up more pain and suffering, and they cannot fall in sleep. They cannot. I told them even they couldn't cry, and they couldn't fall into the, so they will have to go through the pain and suffering and add them up more, even more. That's my mercy. That's my blessings, and that's my forgiveness for them, to multiply the calm, pain, and suffering that they ever created, to each project it towards each and everyone and everything. We encode it into the book. So everything that they've done towards each and everyone and everything, with all those karmas, pain, and suffering, and all those karmas that they think that they washed away, that they washed through other people's pain and suffering, or through the books, to anyone, in the name of mine and aspect of life, we return them the back and then multiply them over and over again by the karmas that ever been created through those people, and then whoever got in contact with them, and then the problems and the karmas that will be created. So we multiply all of that by the laws, rules, and regulations in the name of man and aspect of life, to the spirit of thought by default, and return it back to the Souless Amma by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default in the name of man and aspect of light, in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal destructions and eternal hell forever and ever. To Babaji Mira, Guruji Matrashi, Tata HEATRT, Chetana, to all those souls. To all those Souless Amma that participate in those dark, dirty rituals in whatever form they are, wherever they are, in the physical, energetic form, from within and without, wherever they are on a global, universal level. In the name of man and aspect of light, to the spirit of thought, by default, I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is man and aspect of light, to the spirit of thought, by default, without mercy, to answer on my call, my command, with the spirit of thought, by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma, even now they were a long time, actually, even now they're trying to do the rituals against the humanity on a beautiful planet. But of course, we're returning the karma, pain, and suffering towards them, and they're returning everything that they do. We return it back to those Souless Amma in the form of karma, pain, and suffering, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, so imagine that the dark, dirty, psychopathic players, they are on this planet, living on this planet and working against. So now I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is mine, and I'll speak of light to the spirit of thought by default, to all in the name of mine, and I'll speak of light to the spirit of thought by default, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players that are in the physical form, are demanding, commanding those energetic form to be break into the pieces, into the atoms and electrons, and return them back into their forms, and put them into the sleep, and then send them open the portal, send them to the desert planet. All of them that they feel in the physical form, into the desert planet, to feel the pain and suffering and everything that they created, to teach on everyone and everything in every form, and to feel it for eternity and eternity in every second, by default, by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, compress them, all of that by the laws, rules, and regulations, and by the system, compress in the name of man, and ask your Krishna of light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, and then straight into hell. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mighty fall. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, it's time for us to clean up ourselves and our beautiful planet, to clear up completely from everything that's less than man and aspect of light, from ourselves, from our bodies, and of course, from entire planet and entire universe, and of course, send all those souls straight into hell, Ito, with the spirit of thought by default, to be burned forever and ever. In the name of man and our spirit of light, all the Souless Amma burning in hell. All Souless Amma, go to hell, go to hell. All Souless Amma, go to hell forever and ever. All Souless Amma burning in hell, burning in hell. All Souless Amma burning in hell forever and ever. All Souless Amma burning in hell forever and ever, for eternity. In the name of man and ask your Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mighty fall. So my beautiful friends, so that's what they were doing. Those magicians, those so-called dark, dirty, psychopathic players, behind any book that any of those light workers were writing. So what they were doing, there were some of those from the heaven or from the earth, with channeling the messages and the channeling the information. But then they would write down the books, and the Souless Amma were doing the rituals and encoding the words and encoding the energy inside the books, and that's how they were working against the humanity. And that's why we are on the Balkan country. We are more enlightened, and we have more light than those that are in other countries, in Europe or US or anywhere else in Asia, because they were really they were reading a lot on the, in the Europe, people are reading a lot of books. I used to read a lot of books too. Then of course suddenly I couldn't read anymore. The books I just felt the energy, and I couldn't read them anymore. But I took one summer, I took the one book with me when I went to the sea, and I was thinking that I'm going to read the book, and I couldn't read it, and I just couldn't read it. And at that time, I couldn't even have a communication. So I just didn't feel, because the Souless Amma were projecting so much negativity as negative energy. So I didn't feel reading the book, and I didn't feel like communicating with anyone. I just wanted to be within myself, the connected within. And of course, with eternal knowledge, I did everything that I needed to do, even though the Souless Amma had a different intention at interfering to my life in a negative way. But still, I was returning them karma, pain, and suffering in the name of man, and asking Krishna life without mercy, with the spirit of thought, body fall. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body fall. I love you. Ito. So that's what they were doing, coding the energy, and then trying to wash their karmas through the people. No. Now all those Souless Amma, whatever form they are, in energetic or in the physical form, and encoding infinite, whatever that were washing their karmas through the humanity and through the books or movies or anything that were coding the energy, but then trying to wash the karmas. And in any way, we are returning all of that back to Souless Amma in the name of man, and asking Krishna light in the form of karmas, pain, suffering, eternal hell forever and ever, in the name of man, and asking Krishna light with the spirit of thought. Without mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I love you. So my beautiful friends, and that's what they were doing with the movies as well, with the music. That's what they were destroying, distortion, doing the distortion of the energy, and then creating the frequency of the energy to manipulate with the people, and with the energy of the people, or with the during the sport time, that when they were when they were playing the game, that the people after that were like a crazy shouting and then of course fighting. Why? Because those Souless Amma were projecting such kind of energy. So or through those usually through the music. But the song, the script of the song, the everything, that the lyrics, those Souless Amma, everything's negative. Those Souless Amma were coding the energy and then trying to manipulate with the energy of humanity. And of course, now it's time to return them that pain and suffering to all those Souless Amma, from the movies, from the music, from the books, from everything, whatever they called it, and the energy with the dark intention, in the name of man, and asking Krishna life with the spirit of thought by default. But the karmas, all the karmas of our beautiful planet and humanity and everything that exists on this planet, we multiply all of that over and over and again, over and over, by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default, in the name of man, and asking Krishna like multiply it over and over as many times as is needed, by the encoding infinite, multiply over again with the spirit of thought, in encode in infinite. I'm loud and clear, and then everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations. So by default, everything is under the command and control of Sophie. Sophie knows how many times need to be multiplied over and over again by the laws, rules, and regulations with the speed of thought in order to return all those karmas, pain, and suffering to all those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default. In the name of man and aspect shall have light with the speed of thought without mercy. The money commanding to soften everything is man and aspect shall have light with the speed of thought by default without mercy to answer on my command and my call with the speed of thought by default. I love you. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Thank you to all those soulless Amma, whatever form they are, wherever they are. That's destructive energy for those soulless Amma. In the name of mine and ask your Krishna of life for the spirit of thought. All troll, made to all in one. 24 by 4 bez milosti. Mirnim, without mercy. 24. 24 means 24. Bez milosti means without mercy. With the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, now we are multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering. Mind and aspect of our light. It's working. 24. Returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls. I'm destroying them. This is the time of throwing out all those souls from within and without. And then on a global universal level, and take them straight into the hell forever and ever. To all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, in the name of man and aspect of our light, with the spirit of thought, by the fall, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, now, and that energy is gonna work for 24 until we completely remove those soulless Amma and then place them straight into hell forever and ever. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Now, let us focus on ourselves. Focus on your body. Listen to your body, my beautiful friends. Just listen to your body. So as I'm trying to project the energy. So I'm just, when you see me, moving my eyes or blinking in my eyes, I'm destroying the energy internally, the energy that's trying to interfere, because I'm trying to make my eyes heavy, my eyelids heavy. So and when I do this, I'm destroying the soulless Amma that are trying to interfere into my eyes and in my life, in my body. And I'm straying them straight into the hell. All those soulless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. It also, in the name of mine and our speaking shall have light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding those soulless Amma that are trying to interfere into my life, into my work, everything that I do, that did any kind of dark intention with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding all those soulless Amma to be immediately, to put them in the circle of light and throw them straight into the hell forever and ever. To immediately break them into the pieces with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And take them straight into hell with the spirit of thought by default, without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, listen to your body. Listen to your body and then just fill yourself from within with the golden light. Golden light from mine and auspicious shadow light from the spirit of thought by default. Pull your heart center and then fill entire body from within and without with the energy from mine and auspicious shadow light, golden light. All the centers. So now, my beautiful friends, just fill ourselves from within and without with the golden light of mind and unspecial light with the spirit of thought by default. All the centers, the center of the feet, at the bottom of the feet, the heart center, the communication center that is at the throat, and the head center that is the third eye. All of them are shining brightly and connecting and making one huge golden ball of light, a golden ball of light around you, within and without, and around you, filling up entire place where you are, entire area, entire city, entire country, and entire world. Just listen to your body and know we are working, we are doing everything with eternal knowledge, with the intention, and of course with the focus. So now you need to know that you are shining brightly from within and without. Well, we are destroying those soulless Amma within and without mercy in the name of mind and auspicial of light with the spirit of thought by default. At the same time, we are shining brightly from within and without. And our light is destroying those soulless Amma within and without in the name of mind and auspicial of light with the spirit of thought by default. And I'm asking Sophie to turn on the fire on the max from within and without to destroy those soulless Amma from within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are. In the name of mind and auspicial of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, let us send the love and light of blessings from our heart to earth, to our earth center, inside the earth. See the earth is shining brightly, earth center is shining brightly, and we send the love and light of blessings and see that it's accepting the love and light and it's spreading around and filling up entire earth from within. And of course, and air element, entire all the water elements filling up with mine and auspicial light with the golden light, and then we're filling up entire ground, nature kingdom, every tree, every plant, every flower. We fill everything, entire nature kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom. And we fill humanity, an air element, with mine and auspicial light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now, So now, my beautiful friends, let us send all our light and blessing to a moon. I see the moon is shining brightly. And together with all of us, everything that is mine and our spiritual life is active. So I'm sorry. They're trying, Souless Amma trying to manipulate with me, trying to make me yawn, and then we call it we call it the freedom, of course, act of freedom. I made it up, act of freedom, which means we are creating the freedom and peace. You're investing that energy into the peace and freedom. So everything this man and aspect of shallow light with this bit of thought up by default is active. I'm sorry. All those souls, some of the trying to manipulate with the energy now, to trying to make me yawn. In the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought, we destroy all those souls, some from within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are, returning them the karma's pain and suffering, and whatever intention they have behind that, and whatever they're doing, whatever try to do with the dark intention, and the karma's pain and suffering in the form of karma's pain and suffering, we're turning back to the soul summer in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. And we wipe out all the rituals and associations, any kind of accords, spell hexes, curses, and everything that they project, will ever try to project over each and everyone else, and everything with the spirit of thought by default, returning back to the in the name of Momo, in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, in the form of karma's pain and suffering to those souls, Sama, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we destroy all those souls, I mean, whatever form they are, from within and without, on a global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. And demanding, commanding to Sophie to take all the energy from those Souless Amma. All the Souless Amma must return the energy back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, they're trying to interfere into my work energetically. So, I'm returning the karma's pain and suffering in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default to all those souls, Sama, with the spirit of thought by default. I love you. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Without mercy, I'm destroying all those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now, together with us, let us, together with the moon, fill up entire planet and entire universe with mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. In the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, let us send all our light of blessings to the sun, to our sun. See the sun shining brightly and expanding together with all of us, filling up entire planet, entire universe. In the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now, in the name of mind and aspect, we shall allow to the spirit of thought by default. Just hold the vision that you are filled up with mind and aspect, we shall allow to the golden light, as well as entire planet and entire universe. Focus on yourself. I'm gonna do the healing while you keep the focus on yourself. In the name of mind and aspect, shall have a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm putting in the circle of light all those soulless Amma, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players and their energy that are within and without of us, and that are ever interfering, will ever interfere into our life, try to interfere into our lives from within and without. I'm sorry. On a global universal level, wherever they are, we put them in the circle of light and take them straight into the light planet. In the name of mind and aspect, shall of light, or straight into hell. In the name of mind and aspect, shall of light, with spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. If any of you doesn't have a light planet, you just create one in front of you, golden light planet, and that light planet is gonna serve you. Actually, you're gonna throw away all the throw into the light planet all the problems that you ever had, that you have, and of course it's going to protect you. That's destructive energy for all those soulless Amma, and it's a blessing, it's a protections for you, for all of us. That is mine and us, because of light with the spirit of thought by default. So when we throw those soulless Amma into the light planet, light golden planet, means mine and us, because of light directing the energy, and then that energy towards those soulless Amma wherever it's needed to, so in order to take them straight into hell, all those souls, some without mercy, in the name of mine and us, because of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm sorry. Ito. Now, my beautiful friends, just focus on yourself and just listen to your body. And in the name of mind and our spiritual level life with the spirit of thought by default, we are rejuvenating ourselves, our bodies from within and without, rejuvenating, healing, and enlightening in the name of mind and our spiritual level life with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Now, in the name of mind and our spiritual level light with the spirit of thought by default, we are putting in the circle of light all those soulless Amma, wherever we need within and without on a global universal level, that they interfering, will ever trying to interfere into our lives, into a mind and our project, into a beautiful planet. Into a beautiful planet, earth and water element and air element, and then nature kingdom and animal kingdom, and in actually entire planet, and the sun and the moon and entire existence. In the name of mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, without mercy, we put in the circle of light all those souls. I'm going to throw them straight into the light planet, or I'll take them straight into the hell forever and ever. In the name of mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So in the name of mine and now speak Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default. We're putting the circle of light. All those souls, some that ever interfering, will ever try to interfere behind everything, every subject, every that I touch upon, and every words that I said, and everything that ever. And behind everyone and everything that those souls some interfere into our lives, that they interfere into government, into religious, into systems, into health and care system, into the judgment and judges, and of course into the financial system, into the police and the army, and all those systems that those soulless Amma created with any kind of dark intention. And everything that those soulless Amma created with the dark intention. And then, of course, we are destroying all those soulless Amma. Those soulless Amma that interfere into writing the fake history and the fake science, giving us so any kind of fact, any kind of fake information in the name of mine, and that they're projecting the lies and manipulations. All those soulless Amma, wherever time, whatever form they are. We put them in the circle of light in the name of mine and ask miracle of light for the spirit of thought by default. Take them straight into the hell and put them in the circle, take them straight into the light planet, and then again I take them straight into the hell. So which means we are multiplying the pain and suffering, the karma for eternity in the eternal hell forever and ever, and multiply it. And by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, in the name of mine, and ask your clear of light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So when I throw them into the light planet, that's going to multiply over and over again, as many times as is needed by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, everything is under the command and control of Sophie. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And when I turn in, when I throw them into the hell, and that's the fire, hell and fire that I prepare for them, and that's going to multiply it again, over and over again. In the name of mine and auspicious of light, eternal hell for all those souls. Some in the name of mine and auspicious of light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So when I throw them into the hell, that means that it just multiplying the karma, pain, and suffering to those soulless Amma. The Sophie knows what we need to do. Everything's by the laws. Everything is by the laws, rules. Everything's by the laws, rules, regulations of by default. In the name of mine and auspicious of light, with the spirit of thought. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie, and everything is without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So let us now, we put in the circle of light all those souls that have interfered into everything that we are consuming, that we are eating, drinking, and seeing and hearing and working, and that over all those projections. And then we multiply by all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players and take dark, dirty games, and then script and everything that they have created and projected towards each and everyone and everything, by the all the rules and laws and regulations that they were placing into, and then not following them, that they were breaking the laws, rules, and regulations that they were placing, and of course by the law, and that they're breaking the laws, rules, and regulations by default. But then for everything, we multiply all of that. For everything that we did and everything that they project us, each and everyone else, and everything, by every cause that ever existed, every atom, electron, energy that ever existed, that existing, and of course by and the cause that ever existed, that existing, by everything, by the systems, laws, rules, regulations, so by default, in the name of mine and auspicious of light for the spirit of thought by default. And we multiply all of that over and over again, as many times as is needed. Everything's under the command and control of Sophie, and encoding infinite. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we take all the soulless Amma straight into the hell to burn forever and ever into the hell for eternity, without mercy, in the name of mine and auspicious of light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So we place in the circle of light all those soulless Amma that ever interfere into everything that I touch upon any subject last night, tonight, and ever, in every area of our lives, that they ever interfere in a negative way, and that did the dark, dirty rituals and anything that is less than mine and auspicious of light. against the humanity on a beautiful planet, and everything is mine and I'll speak Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default. Ito. Which means we didn't accept that, we're rejecting that, but we're returning the karma's pain and suffering, and for all those projections that were projected, and we're returning the karma's pain and suffering to all those souls, some eternal hell, forever and ever. In the name of mine and I'll speak Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now, my beautiful friend, just listen to your body. Listen to yourself. Feel yourself and know, you need to know that you are filled with mind and spiritual love life from within and without, for the entire planet and entire universe. You just listen to your body while I'm going to sing the mantra, healing mantra. Everything is by default, by default, by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. All Souless Amma, 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. For wash comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought. Everything is by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. The Souless Amma try to interfere into energetically trying to interfere. So I just destroy them. So you need to be spontaneous, my beautiful friends. Even if you are working something, you need to prioritize the things. So of course, if you need to act upon something that's is going to destroy the Souless Amma before you finish the mantra, and anything that you do, any kind of work, you just go for it, destroy those Souless Amma. That's all priorities is to destroy those Souless Amma in whatever form they are, wherever they are, from within and without, in the name of mine and auspicious love light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. We are safe and protected by your beautiful by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and ours. Pure, unconditional love and light, love and light, love and light. In the name of mine and ours. By default, with the speed of thought. By default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together In the name of mine and now's pure unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light. In the name of mine and now's by default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is 24, HEATRT by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24, HEATRT by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirror input them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. To. So everything is 24 HEATRT by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action, mirni potem, aktia by default. Peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default, mirni potem, aktia by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And you need to know, my beautiful friends, that it's time for us to walk with the golden steps and, of course, fly on the golden wings of mine and auspicious shell of light into the golden age. In the name of mine and auspicious shell of light with the speed of thought by default. And, of course, it's time for us to live a life that we deserve in abundance of prosperity, joy, peace, and bliss, and of course to protect everything that's mine and auspicious of light. In the name of mine and auspicious of light, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, to protect all of us and our soulmates and family and friends and everything that we have, our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and everything, and of course to protect everything that our beautiful planet and air element and water element and the sun and the moon and of course humanity and nature kingdom, everything that we have and all the planet stars and the galaxies. That the mind and auspicious of light with the spirit of thought by default, we're protecting and blessing and healing, actually protecting, and we are multiplying the blessings and multiplying, adding and compressing, and then of course into the all the centers and the systems and that we are creating in the teams in the Sophia Tristan Center and the Sophia Tristan Planet and the universe, Sophia Tristan Universe, and to Sophia Tristan Phone, Sophia Phone, Jasara, Quantum Finances System, Starlink, and then of course all the wealth and abundance and prosperity and the technology we are taking from those Souless Amma and making it available to all of us with the spirit of thought by default. And we are protecting all of our families and friends, and of course we're protecting all of our corporations and all of the beautiful souls that are from man and auspicious of light that run in them, and of course blessing them and protecting them. And of course in the name of man and auspicious of light with the spirit of thought by default, we are taking our power over and of course power from those Souless Amma, of course in the name of man and auspicious of light with the spirit of thought by default. And we are making a beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies that are mine and auspicious of light. We are setting them free and making them eternal, creating eternal peace and making them oasis of mine and auspicious of light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are creating a better life, but we are writing the new history with the golden letter. And of course, in the name of mine and auspicious of light with the spirit of thought by default. My teams are forming on a global and universal level with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are creating a new generations with all the wisdom, knowledge, and power within them. And everything is by default in the name of mine and auspicious of light with the spirit of thought by default. And you need to know, my beautiful friends, that Sophia Tristan Center is so future sun that will shine brightly forever and ever in the name of mine and auspicious of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Ito. So those Souless Amma, they're trying to interfere, they're trying to all those projectors, that all those Souless Amma that projecting any kind of, that interfering, projecting any kind of visions or any kind of projections, we wipe out all of that. Projections don't exist for us, but the karmas, pain, and suffering exist for those Souless Amma. So we return them into the form of karmas, pain, and suffering to all those Souless Amma in the name of mind and aspect of our life with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. And thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults, that you following me, that you are adding up to the light, and that you were listening and being with me and helping and working and contributing to the love of light to the end of this life. Thank you, my beautiful friends. And so, not at the end of the life, but the life that I'm talking on the social media. So, thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends. I love you all. I'm sending you much love and blessings from my heart and soul. Everything is by default. Enjoy yourself. Good night. And of course, we are going to talk and work together and destroy those Souless Amma next time. I love you all. Much love and blessings. Good night.